Greetings, world. Um, we've said this on this channel before, but we're going to keep saying it. Black Lives Matter. It is important that you use whatever platform you have to support underprivileged groups and underprivileged communities. It's worth pointing out that all of us here on the streaming team are American citizens. That means that we experience immense privilege in some ways that other American citizens do not experience. We have a relatively diverse cast, but we are committed to improving that and staring in that direction, always orienting ourselves towards sharing the spotlight and having as many interesting and unique voices as possible, be they BIMPOC or LGBTQIA and more. It is also very important to remember that all of us playing, and probably everyone watching, are watching from a place where they are on land that was stolen from Native Americans and First Nations, and we should pay homage and respect to those people as well. Lots going on in the world right now. Please make sure that you take the time to donate and support various causes that you might be able to donate and support to. We have links in the chat for you to be able to do that. I personally would take it as a great pleasure if you donate anything to any of these organizations. The one that I have currently been donating to is the Bay Area Anti-Repression Committee Bail Fund. Several of my friends have been arrested protesting, and I was not, mostly because I'm white. And so please do your best to donate and give back to the community, and also educate yourself about the state of the world and where people are coming from. There's a lot of great literature that people should be reading and paying attention to. If you're looking for suggestions, I'm happy to talk about them. But for now, at least, the cast and I have decided to do a beach episode. So we're going to take a break from our, I should also say, this is the Assassination of Primarch Magli Blackice. This is a game where we fight fantasy fascists, and I am a big believer in this because fascism is one of the things that I am personally invested in fighting and getting rid of, particularly as it is a huge part of my very white culture and white heritage. And so I wanted to make art and stories about combating and getting rid of issues like that. That's one of the reasons why I was interested in creating a game like this, and my wonderful castmates have come along with me for the ride. But sometimes we need to take a step back from serious issues, and I think that's totally an appropriate and wonderful thing to do. And so today we are going to do a beach episode, as it is known. Beach episode is a tradition that stretches back a long time. It really started with manga and anime, where people were interested in seeing characters in their swimsuits, and that's where it began. You'd have a issue with little or no consequence that would have everyone hanging out at the beach. Now, so we're going to go on a beach episode today. There will be no lasting consequences from today, and ironically, because it is a beach episode, it'll be probably closer to normal D&D than we normally play on this channel. In this thing, we're more likely to have like little silly combats and things like that, where you have to deal with problems with combat abilities. We'll see what happens. And all that stuff. I have no idea exactly where you guys are going to go. But here's the broad spectrum of things. We're not allowed to have any lasting major consequences here. So from that perspective, we're not going to have any of the serious big major villains present in today's episode. Also from that perspective, though, there is a chance for emotional growth here, and a chance for everyone to get to know each other's characters better. We're not going to do any experience points on this episode, but we will do inspiration. And I have a special inspiration roll that at the end of the episode, probably everyone will get just a free extra point of inspiration, even if you already have inspiration. You'll get just a free extra one from the beach episode. We'll call it Beach Inspiration or something like that. Inspiration? I don't know. I'm really bad at coming up with names. But either way, that'll if you get to know one of your friends better, then that'll happen here, even if it's totally silly. On top of that, this episode is going to take place on the Sealholm, which is an island off the coast of Racy. It's a little bit of ways away. It's a very common resort location, and is very pleasant to be. It's a magical location where there's for whatever reason, for the sake of the game, magical but limited, magically unlimited resources, so we don't have to worry about any of the normal problems that we have to worry about. Anyone that you want and have met to be here can be here. Um, that is just part of the deal. I'm not going to bother narrating who came over with you on the boat trip or whatever when you went over here. It's just like, if you want NPC X to be here and want them to see something or do something or want to engage with them, then great, they came with you and now they're there. I'm not too worried about the reality or unreality, as it were, of this fantasy vacation. Um, so, yeah, does anyone have any questions about the beach episode or any of the rules pertaining to it or anything like that?
Am I cursed still?
No.
How do
You're
we
on the
feel about
magical island of
inspiration?
You are not right now cursed.
Cool, thank you.
That you're in the middle of dealing with lasting consequences. Those lasting consequences do not chase you to the beach.
That would really suck the fun out of a beach episode.
No.
That defeats the
Oh,
purpose of the
man.
beach episode.
He says.
Yeah. There's actually a long tradition. I'm not doing this. I want to be very clear. I'm not doing this. This is not the way this is going. But there's a long tradition of beach episodes that have like all of the trappings of a beach episode, and then at the end have like a twist where they make it super serious.
Oh no.
And we are not doing that at all. Okay. Yeah. It's one of those things where if like things go horribly wrong and everyone gets nat ones and somehow whatever happens and everyone dies, which could not happen in the whatever we have planned, then like it's actually just like people playing with action figures, and we'll zoom out and turn out that you're all toys just having fun on an island. Okay. So Sealholm is a noisy place. There's multiple parts to the island, but basically there's a beautiful veranda where people hang out, in a nice little building where people stay, and a fire pit where people roast marshmallows in the evenings, and beaches all on one side, and on the other side rocky shoals where hundreds upon hundreds of seals migrate regularly for whatever reason. Seals migrate, breeding purposes and hanging out, and they just tend to sit on there and go woof, 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 and they seal at each other constantly. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and it's quite a popular destination. So all sorts of people from Chalestra and nearby have come here to enjoy the beautiful weather. It's just past the fog break, so where Racy is covered in fog, this is actually covered in sun, and quite beautiful. There's supposed to be a play that's going to be put on this evening. And in preparation for that, there are, as you guys are arriving on your boat to the dock, there's a group of dancers that you see dancing, and they're doing, I guess, what we would consider I guess in America we would consider this like a dragon dance, or in the world we would consider this a dragon dance, where they have a giant paper reptile on sticks that they carry above themselves, and it's like 10 dancers working together to cause this thing to undulate and gyrate and move around. Here it's a fictional creature that you guys have all heard of but never seen in your life. It's a fictional creature, no one really knows who they are, called the dragon. And so they're flapping this giant red dragon up and down and flapping it around, and it's a beautiful little scene. Right now, two of the dancers are rehearsing apart from the others. The others all have poles, and you know that the poles at the end will have dragon, but right now they're practicing without the dragon on it. And the other two are practicing with the head of the dragon, which is very big, and they have to do like complex movements where they jump on each other's shoulders and change heights dramatically to get it to roar at various times. And someone has a drum and a sponge, which they pull a string attached to, and when it goes roar, and it's supposed to sound like a roar, like a lion or something like that. So they're dancing, and the four of you are on this boat traveling over here, and with you, ever present, is Blackberry. And Blackberry is super excited because he has found a new recipe book, and he desperately wants to make all of you guys a pie, because he is so grateful for all that you have done for him, and he found this new recipe book and he wants to make you guys a pie. And so immediately he turns to Sawin and says, "Oh, Sawin, um, could you do me a quick favor?
Certainly.
Yeah, I don't have permission to like bake a pie in the kitchen. Could you go talk to the head chef and just like I really want to make you guys this pie and like I really want to do it for like a celebration after like the theater play this evening. I really want to make you guys a pie, but I don't have permission. Could you like you're just so good at like talking to people. Could you talk to him for me?
I can give it a go. Sure. Anything for you, pal.
Thank you so much, Sawin. Really appreciate it. Um, and the ship lands, and you guys are all given a chance to disembark and head more or less wherever you want to go, anywhere that I've mentioned, and or anywhere that you can come up with that seems reasonable to exist in a place like this can certainly exist. We can go find waterfalls and forests. We can go find beaches. We can go find the bar. Whatever you guys see and feel is appropriate.
Salwin's just gonna turn to the group and go, "Well, I've been given a chore to do today," and he like winks at Blackberry, and he goes, "I'll catch up with you guys later," and head towards the restaurant and see if he could sweet talk the chef into letting Blackberry in for like an hour.
Yeah. So you make your way to the restaurant, and the restaurant is lovely. It's there's sort of two parts to it. There's like an indoor part, but it's like huge open doors, windows like 2-story tall doors that just open up, so there's this constant sea breeze coming through, and a kitchen back there with some tables inside, or area that's like it's a perfect square. With like seats around it, and in the middle of it is like 3 bartenders who are just there mixing drinks for everyone as they come. So there's sort of like a restaurant that's part inside, part outside, and then a bar that's entirely outside with a beautiful straw veranda covering it, just to keep the sun out, really, because it never rains here. It gets bad weather. It's just to keep the sun out so you don't overheat. And then there's like a beach right there next to it. So you walk in and you see the kitchen, and the kitchen is run by this fastidious elf with dark skin and pointy ears, who just looks at you as you enter and says, "Yes."
So I have a bit of an odd request, and I was wondering if you might do me the great honor of assisting me with it.
Well, of course, my dear sir, it is our will to serve. Do you request an unusual or exotic ingredient? We can send people to find what you might need from the mainland or the woods.
Actually, it was more use of your kitchen space for about an hour or so. I have a friend who is broadening his culinary horizons, and it would really delight him in being able to bake in this kitchen. And then Sawa just waits for a moment to see if he has to lie to this man.
Yeah. So he says, well, that is a you were right to say unusual request, and I will admit that our head chef is sometimes a little bit touchy. So he doesn't really like a lot of people in his space sometimes. Odd fellow at that, dwarf, but quite skilled with a mango, I'll tell you. I certainly could consider it. Why don't you roll a persuasion check?
Okay. I got a 13.
Yeah. So he's like, I certainly will consider it, and holds out a hand for a bribe. Not subtly, just like his
yeah,
hand
just
out.
holding it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I make money now, so it doesn't matter.
Mm.
However much is like enough to make him close his hand.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, like a gold piece is enough for this guy. He takes it. And he's like, "Thank you, most generous. Yes, of course. I will expect the. I will inform the head chef that this will be occurring. He's a dwarf and a little bit rough around the edges, but I will make certain that your friend has no difficulty with the kitchen."
Can I insight check him to make
Yeah,
sure that
roll an
this is
insight
gonna
check.
happen, or is he just swindling me out of coin?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
He's gonna cook Blackberry.
Hello, roll 20. Please and thank you. 17.
Yeah. No, this guy's gonna do it.
Okay.
His motivation, I think what you can tell from looking at him is that his motivation is money, and he understands that if he does what people who bribe him say, then that means that they might have other things that they need to bribe him for later, and he could make more money.
I mean, that's a smart man.
Yeah. So yes, he will absolutely do what you say. But you do also notice something else with the 17. You notice that like when he speaks of the head chef, he gets a little uncomfortable. Like he down talks the head chef and then compliments the head chef, but he definitely the first thing he did is like, he's a little bit of a weird person, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, so then I'll just describe Blackberry to him and say, well, my friend will be along shortly.
Excellent. Blackberry the fox folk. We haven't had many fox folk in these places, but we've had a few.
Duly noted. And someone just walks out.
So I think Blackberry goes up to Kazan next, if that's okay.
Mm.
And says, Kazan?
Yes.
So I kind of need a favor from you too. If
Well,
that's
go
okay.
on. Yeah.
Well, there's this fruit that grows on this island, and I really want to put it in the pie.
What's it called?
Well, it's got sort of this funny name. It's called the Kuko fruit.
Kuko fruit. Okay. What does it look like?
Well, it looks like a round ball in a shell. And then that's sort of greenish reddish in color. But here's the thing. From what my book says here, and he holds up his book and he shows you, it only grows in this one part of the woods, and there are these creatures that are called stinger beasts, and they like guard the fruit or something like that.
Oh, I knew I came with my armor on for a reason. Leave it to me.
Excellent. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point we see Samhain coming back.
So, beach? Are we doing beach?
Well, I definitely want to go to the beach, but I also need to get some fruit for Blackberry's pie, and I think that's very important. Maybe we can like meet up in a bit. I don't know how long this will take me.
Well, like, where's the fruit supposed to be again?
Apparently, it's here it's in the woods, and it's gonna be guarded by some beasts, which means the fruit's probably very tasty.
Should we come with?
Oh, do you want to? I didn't want to ask, but I was kind of hoping.
Yeah,
you'd say that.
yeah, I'll come with, and I'm just gonna like turn to by the way, Juniper is of course wearing the massive sun hat, like way too big. for her, and just kind of like lifts it up and looks over at Thomas, like coming. Oh, and sunglasses. Sunglasses, very important.
Oh, I need to get.
So
some
correct me if I'm
books.
wrong, but I think Thomas already has a tropical drink in his hand.
Yeah,
Hey,
it just
where'd you get that
materialized
from?
actually. Mimosa Grandpa is vibing.
Hashtag Mimosa Grandpa.
Some mimosas for the road, and off we go.
Here, just put a lid on it.
Well, give me 1 second. He tips it in. He tips it carefully into his water skin.
Oh, you've got a sippy cup.
Look.
Love it.
Whenever you're in a crunch. But no, the beach will wait. I mean, if it's covered in seals as advertised, we may not be able to make much use of it anyway.
I'm pretty sure I could just cast fear on them and they'll disperse.
Yes, but in what direction?
I mean, I could just get a really big stick and just kind of wave it around.
So seals, though.
I won't hit them. I'm just trying to scare
They're going
them.
to hit us.
Well, they're just seals. You'll be fine.
All right, I'll just watch.
Okay. So the four of you are going to head into the woods and try and find this cacao fruit.
Yes. I would have told Blackberry that he's got an inn, and if he has any trouble, he'll just come get me, and I'll sort it out.
Yeah. Juno?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going into the woods already, I could use some like fresh honey too. Like I'm sure they have
Oh.
some stale honey in there, but like if you get some really fresh honey from somewhere, that would be amazing.
Okay. I'll try to find honey on this island.
Do you know how to get honey out of a
No.
beehive? Because I would love to learn how.
No, I'm a wizard. Like she's gonna say that very softly.
I don't think they're.
All right.
No.
You
I
can
think you
you
can
can
be a
make
wizard.
fire with your magic. Fire creates smoke. Well, does magical fire create smoke?
I've spent most of my life with books.
We'll get smoke somehow, but it's gonna need smoke.
like I was one with nature at one point, but I was way too young. I have no idea. Okay.
It's fine. We can handle it.
Yeah, but
Probably.
but then to Blackberry, yeah, definitely. I can totally get honey.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh man, the stakes are
And he
high.
stands up and goes and runs off towards the kitchen with his book like clutched to his chest and just sort of waddling as he runs.
As is beginning to be a trend, I suspect, Thomas's feelings are slightly hurt. All right.
Hey, he didn't
Okay.
It's not
ask
over yet.
for anything, Thomas.
It's okay. You're Mimosa Grandpa. You're good.
Whatever, let's just go.
You're on
Aw.
vacation. Why do you want to?
Maybe he'll ask later. Don't worry.
That's just that I'm the only one. I don't know.
He
Well-
also didn't ask your pigeon for anything.
Well, you know, Thomas, you're the person here who has the most experience with being chill, because you are the priest of Tamden, and I mean he's pretty chill, like fair winds and following seas. I mean, like, you know, that seems pretty peaceful to me. So you can teach us all how to relax.
Yes, that's definitely what that is.
I think we could all use some relaxation. Just kind of like look over at all of these workaholics.
I'm very relaxed. I'm like sweating.
They don't know about Thomas's late nights. It's fine.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay.
So into the woods we go. Do we have a map? We should probably have a map if we're going to go wander
Is there a
on this
concierge?
island.
Do I have chalk or something?
There's absolutely a concierge, of course. This is a very nice place.
I always have chalk. You can use some of my chalk. Every single one of my characters always has chalk.
Meta moment. I like it. Says something about Sarah more than
It comes in
Thomas.
handy.
Of
Multiple
course.
surfaces. Just don't
That'll-
rain.
Fair enough. Yes, there's absolutely concierge. Do you want to speak to the concierge for something, Thomas?
Oh no, I was just referring to how we might acquire a map of the island. But sure, I'll go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it's our fastidious elf has appeared again over here. Apparently, he has many hats.
Is this like a Nurse Joy situation?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's my cousin. We're identical somehow.
Yes. How can I help you?
Yes, I was just wondering if you happen to have a map of the island, or at least the nearby forested areas.
Oh, are you looking to enter the forested areas?
No, I'm just a fan of maps.
Oh, pardon me. I was merely offering. I could offer you a guide.
No, my apologies. My apologies. It's been an afternoon. I shouldn't have. Sorry. Again, over the table. Never take anything out on retail workers. Sorry.
He's a concierge. He can take it.
Yes, we're going into the forest just for a quick bit. We'll be fine. We just need to know where we're going.
Yes, of course. Would you like to hire one of our professional adventurers and guides who can come in all shapes and sizes and can keep you company and safe as you travel through the woods?
Why? What level are they? Sorry, he doesn't say that.
Level?
He doesn't. Sorry.
Meta humor is appropriate.
So are you saying you let people pick out what kind of guide goes with them, like from a catalog?
Well, we have an assortment of of guides available who are all available for hire.
Sure. That sounds like the right move at this point. I don't really think it matters whom, as long as they know where they're going.
Carlos will do you quite well. He knows the woods quite well and likes to be paid in fish.
He has that in common with a friend of mine. All right. Yes, wonderful.
Yes. Carlos, and as he shouts that, you see this galumphing seal flop out of the room, flop out of the door behind.
I've made a mistake.
Towards you, and he looks at you, and he opens his mouth, and he says, "Greetings, my name is Carlos."
What?
I love him and we need to take him home.
I honestly don't know what I expected.
Oh no, a seal will protect you, Thomas.
You're not here. Shut up. Go away. Hi. My apologies. I've never actually had a conversation with a seal before. We don't have many seal residents.
An evil witch permanently polymorphed me.
Did they? Or are you a druid or something? Because I've already...
an evil witch that permanently polymorphed me. He was a right old scumbag of a witch.
Well, I'm very sorry about that.
I've actually taken to like it a little bit. Yes. I've taken to like my new form a little bit. It's kind of fun. Plus, it's not every day that you get to pretend to be a seal, walk up to some people and then say, "Greetings, my name is Carlos."
That really does sound fantastic. And
really
familiar.
Cool. Yes. Well, I found a job here on the island. People tend to be more accepting of fantastical creatures like magical seal men who speak with a certain degree of eloquence out here on the seal home.
No kidding. Well, yes, we definitely do need a guide. We're running a few errands for a friend, and we need to head into the forest for just a bit.
Of course. Much to be found in the forest. Many beautiful sights and some horrible creatures. One must always be careful. It is safest to have a guide.
Clearly. I don't mean to be flip, but do you have a lot of experience with that terrain?
Was flip a joke at the expense of my flippers?
No.
Then I am happy to answer that the truth is yes. I have plenty of experience. Although I will not be climbing any trees for you, I have been through the woods many times in my current form.
That's
And
all
many
right. I
times
won't be
in
climbing any trees either.
Yes, you do not look quite capable. And
No,
your
I'm
pigeon
not.
seems too fat to fly. Hey, watch it.
Yes, we're tackling that one. He kind of like shoots Mercury a dirty look.
And Mercury whispers back, "Hey, boss, do you think that if I tried really hard, I could eat this fish?"
Hey, Mercury, do you realize that if I chucked you really hard at someone, you might count as a ranged weapon by now? Calm down.
I'm just saying, if he swims, he's a fish, and fish are tasty.
I can't wait for you to meet your first mermaid or something. But no, all right, let's go. Do you want to do this again in front of my friends? Because it's going to be fantastic.
Can I?
Yes.
I would love to.
Yes, wonderful. Let's go.
So, Thomas leaves the veranda area with leaving behind our fastidious dark-skinned elf, and behind him, like right on Thomas's heels, is this galumphing seal. Elf, 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 elf.
Oh no, Thomas, watch out!
Did you?
Is that Mercury?
You make a new friend, Thomas? Did you make the mistake of feeding Mercury a fish on the beach and you got one to follow you?
No, those are flippers, not wings. Everyone calm down. Actually, I'd like to introduce all of you to Carlos.
Greetings, my name is Carlos.
Nice to
Someone
meet you,
just
Carlos.
stares.
My name is Kaz.
Juno?
Well met, Kaz. And Juno.
How is it that you can talk?
I am not actually a seal. I was
Okay.
cursed with the form of a seal by an evil witch. He was a scumbag.
Oh.
Sounds like it. That's pretty hardcore.
Out of curiosity, what did you do to seal your fate?
Oh.
Thomas.
What? I want to know.
Was
Amazing.
that a joke at the expense of my form?
Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent. Well then, I stole his banana.
So sorry,
So what?
stole his.
I stole his bananas.
Oh.
They just looked really tasty. So I ate his bananas, and then he turned me into a seal.
Wow.
And now I don't like bananas anymore. It's quite sad, actually.
Not the most solid plan.
Did this happen on this island? Someone
Yeah,
has
that's-
finally found words.
Well, technically, it is an island over, but it's not a big enough island to have its own name. So yes.
Do you have
Oh.
do you need help? Do you want us to break your curse? Can I volunteer us to do that?
No, I am quite satisfied with my life as a seal tour guide.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. Never thought I'd hear that. But I respect it.
It's quite comfortable. It works for me. Plus, I get to flap around a lot. And honestly, swimming is great.
Swimming is great, you know what?
I don't know how to
Mm.
swim.
No, I'm sure for some of y'all, and I just gesture to the four tails. Like, but,
Excellent.
You know,
That will help keep you
some-
afloat.
yeah,
I was
the
going
fur-
to say,
the
that's going to
fur is
go
the
one of two
problem.
ways. Either it's going to drag you down, or they're going to be incredibly buoyant.
Have you ever seen
Well-
a fox folk walk on the bottom of the ocean? Because you will.
We can help you learn to swim. You're here on Seal Home Island. We should spend time teaching you to swim. It seems a worthy goal.
Well, first we need to get some honey.
And some fruit. Don't forget the fruit.
That's incredibly important. First things first, yes. Let's do that.
Excellent.
And ocean.
But even before that, I would like to cast Disguise Self on myself. And I'm still going to look the same, but I'm going to be wearing like a floral shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, basically. And sunglasses. Maybe a tropical flower in my hair.
Oh my gosh.
Cargo shorts.
But if anyone goes to touch you, they feel armor, right?
Yeah. Just want the look.
I love it. Oh man, that's great.
Bless Kaz.
Oh.
Beach ready now.
You know, you can actually buy things like that to incorporate into your wardrobe.
I don't understand the concept.
I'll help
I bet
you
I
out.
can make you a really cool sundress, maybe.
Aww.
Or we can go shopping.
Well, we shouldn't keep Blackberry waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should do that.
We should do something.
Excellent. So our fat seal begins galumphing into the woods on land. If you've ever seen a seal move on land, it's quite hilarious. And so he enjoys the galumphing, and he kind of exaggerates it up and plays it for you guys. He gets paid by the resort to lead people on expeditions. You guys are actually going somewhere a little bit more dangerous than most people go, but he doesn't seem to mind. But there's also
because of the puns? Because I can apologize. Is he trying to have us killed?
What? No,
We'll see.
You told him that you didn't intend the puns. He totally believes that you didn't intend the puns. So do I.
Excellent.
I also believe you didn't intend the puns, Sarah. No, it's because the cuckoo fruit is actually in a relatively dangerous part of the island, and he tells you the cuckoo fruit is very rare. There's a reason we don't export it to the mainland, and it's because of that, quite rare. There are creatures that protect it. They are giant scorpion things.
Giant scorpion things.
Are they
Jinx.
giant scorpion things or giant scorpions?
Well, they're sort of like a weird cross between like a scorpion and an eel, like a moray eel. They kind of
That's
look like they were
fascinating.
intelligent, but they are not anymore.
Because what moray eels need is to also be poisonous. Wonderful.
Yes, that's the general sentiment. Anyway, there's a small tribe, band. No, they're not
Association?
flock.
Murder?
That doesn't seem right. Murder. I like that. There's a small murder of them that live in the area around the cacao fruit.
Oh. Quick question. Do you like that because it's accurate?
Yes.
Okay, I assumed as much.
How big are they? I've never actually seen one or actually heard of one.
Goodly sized, larger than you.
Well, that's not saying.
Oh, does everyone
As
know
he like
what a...
stands next to Kaz and he's just like, yeah, that's not.
Does everyone know what a moray eel is?
No.
No.
I think I read it in a book somewhere.
Well, you know what they say. If it lives in the reef and it has lots of teeth, that's a moray.
Oh.
Amazing.
Your friend is quite right. Very intelligent and a little handsome too.
Ooh.
So you should all take notes, Carlos, as we're the brains of the operation here.
I'm just going on a limb, but I would guess that the fox folk is the brains.
I thought you said you weren't going to go out on a limb.
Well said. Good point. No, I will not go out on a limb. Out on a sand dune by myself. That doesn't have quite the same ring to it. We'll call it a limb of kelp.
Oh, I was gonna say, how far of a walk is it?
Oh, well, they congregate a little bit further from here, so probably about an hour.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No.
It's a nice day.
Yes.
Are they going to kick Blackberry out of the kitchen?
They better not. Or I'm gonna have some words with that concierge.
Oh, some words. Or do you mean some words?
Just some words.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to have some verbal components.
Reaches for the weapon.
Sword.
No, someone's just gonna pull coins out of his pocket and go, words.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those kind of words.
Those
I
kind of
haven't.
words are always appreciated.
Yeah, I haven't seen those kind of words in a while. All right, so
Violin.
I know, right? I spend all my money on books and tea. It's just a horrible, horrible situation. But
And bail.
Yep.
Which is immoral and should be banned.
But yeah, so Where are we going to the fruit first? I guess I'm gonna look around for bees.
Yeah, why don't you roll a survival check?
Yeah, Juno just assumes she needs to look for bees. That's all she's got.
Yeah.
Survival. I have 0 in survival. Let's see.
Would you like some help?
14.
Yeah, so you're looking for a bee, and yeah, you see a flower. It's being pollinated by a bee. It's quite pretty.
Oh.
Kind of a beautiful pink flower thing. It's actually more of like a magenta. It kind of matches the pillows behind you.
The pillows?
The pillow that's literally behind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like,
The non-fictional pillow.
The non-fictional pillows.
And the cat who's right here. So okay, well I guess she just sees a bee. And the flower's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's gonna pick it though.
Mm-hmm.
She'll check to see if the bee's going back somewhere.
I mean, we could send Mercury to follow it, but there's the danger he might get hungry.
And eat the bee?
Mercury, do you want to follow the bee? Do you want to stalk the bee? Like,
I don't know. What's in it for me, not boss?
I can just like dig in my bag and I pull out my spell book, which I have shoved into a beachside beach mystery novel cover. I'm like, well, I can I can cast suggestion. Hey, you should follow that bee.
You want to cast suggestion on Mercury?
No, I don't want to do that to Mercury. I just look to Thomas.
What?
To Thomas and be like, Thomas,
what?
Can you bequeath?
He's got a counter spell ready. Like what? What do you want?
Can you bequeath you're so smart and you're so clever and you're just so
seriously.
talented.
What do you want?
And okay, can you promise him fish if he follows that bee?
I mean, we're on an island. He can probably find some fish regardless.
This is supposed to be between you and I, not boss. He psychonically speaks directly to you. So Thomas.
Oh dang it! Okay, she's like, I wanted just going to dad instead. Okay, well, how about I give you? Do you like shiny things?
Maybe.
How do you feel about shiny? Oh, how do you feel about this? And I take off the sunglasses and I just like put them on top of him. Now you look 50% more cool.
Okay, you got a deal. But
yes,
if I find the hive,
yes,
you have got to steal me a slice of pie. Because Thomas won't let me have pie. But you've got to steal it from me and give it to me without Thomas knowing.
Okay, we'll do.
And I keep the shades.
Yes.
Hey, Juniper, you're not making a
deal.
devil's bargain with the tiny dragon over there, are you?
What? No. We're good, yeah?
Definitely.
Awesome.
Aces.
Awesome. All right.
He launches off of Thomas's shoulder and goes and lands on a tree branch. Watches the bee. The bee takes up and flies to another bee. Mercury starts to get up, but then it just lands in the next flower, and he's like, "Oh, I can wait here for a while."
All right. Okay, so let's carry on. Find that fruit, yeah? Nothing suspicious happened.
Why? What would be suspicious?
Nothing.
What
exactly.
have you done?
Let's find the fruit, yeah? She's just gonna walk on.
Yeah, so you keep on going, following Carlos into the woods, and yeah, you guys are going for a little while when Carlos says, "Hold here, quiet." I smell them. There are 3, I think, through the woods. These eel scorpion hybrid things. They're quite gross.
You can smell them. Someone
Yes.
takes a sniff. Can he smell them?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
11.
Yes, they smell awful. They give off like this very, very rank smell. Just a horrendous smell. It is deeply unpleasant, and it comes across the wind and just smacks you in the nose. At first, you're like, I can't smell it, and then there's like a gust of wind. It just hits you, and you're like, oh my god, I can smell it. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit! Damn. Didn't know the beach episode was gonna be like this. Oh, a 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
I smell worse at a bar.
and look. And he like gestures with his snout, and you can see that like there's a hill, there's like a minor mound, and like a descent down, and you guys are on one side, and then in the center there's this big tree, and on this tree is growing fruit, coming down, these big round giant pieces of fruit that are sort of greenish and reddish color. They kind of look like a cross between a mango and a coconut, the cocoa fruit. And he looks at it and he says, "That is the cocoa fruit. Your friend will probably need a couple, maybe even 4. Do you want to sneak and get them? Do you want to ambush these creatures that are living at the base of this tree, or what is your intention? Do you want me to just try and do it myself?"
No, I could probably. How tall's the tree?
Yeah, so the tree is definitely big. But the branches sort of go in varying heights. There's a lot of them. They probably go up to about 80 feet high, but they probably started about 10 to 15 feet high.
Okay, yeah. So how far? So I guess my next question is how far, up off the ground is the fruit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the lowest ones are about 20 feet high, but if you ask your guide, he'll say the freshest ones, the fresher they are, will be higher up. So the higher you can get to, the better the fruit.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I don't have a problem climbing trees. I used to do it as a kid. I shouldn't have a problem doing it now.
Well, hold on. Thomas, can't you fly?
You know, as a matter of fact, I can. So, Carlos, those things, do they shoot anything at people or spit anything at people?
You mean the spitting venom? Yes.
Something like that, yes.
I could always cast an illusion of something that runs past them, and they can try to attack that.
I mean, does anyone have invisibility or something?
As a matter of fact, I do. Hang on, I'm double checking something. I'm pretty sure I spent my 4th level spell slot on greater invisibility.
Oh my god.
I mean, you certainly have all your spell slots for the beach episode, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I have greater invisibility, so I could turn myself invisible and also someone else.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Or no, wait.
Alright, who's going to be invisible?
You, because you're flying.
Hang on a second. Oh, no. Okay, so this would... Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood how greater invisibility worked. So greater invisibility works if... So, like, a person can stay invisible for up to a minute, and it doesn't matter if they attack or not. But they stay invisible the entire time. I remain concentrating, so this is great.
That is great.
If you don't want to waste the spell slot, though, I can always turn him invisible. But no, you're a bard, so you're good.
Oh, bard. Yeah, it'll
You're
be
good.
fine. Yeah, so like I'll clap Thomas on the back. Thanks for volunteering, buddy.
Oh boy.
And then Thomas vanishes from view.
Wait, hold up. It said you and one other person, right?
No. I misunderstood how greater invisibility worked. Like just the player did.
Yeah.
Oh, you little hoe. I was just gonna cast it on you once we were both invisible. Damn, these kids are sharp.
Nice.
Don't worry, Thomas. If anything happens, I'll come out, but not with a stick, with a sword.
Wonderful. You know, maybe. Oh, we've only got a minute. Fuck. You lot create a distraction. Here I go. Nothing.
Okay, so what's the distraction?
I'll cast Silent Image.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna have it be the figure wearing too many belts. But he's also wearing those like really bad, but he's like wearing, it's still a lot of belts, but it's the really bad like to the knee shorts that tourists wear, and in like a visor and a fanny pack.
Jumpers.
So it's too many fanny packs more than too many belts.
Yeah, too many fanny packs, just covered in fanny packs and wearing socks with sandals. And so evil being goes running.
I had a friend who did that. To be fair, he was wearing sandals in snow, so I think it's a little more forgivable, but he was insane. He was great. I love it.
But so he goes running through the people, and or not the people, the weird creatures, through the underbrush, and yeah, just tries to zig and zag and go around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is your part of the distraction. Does anyone else want to do anything to help distract?
Since Juno did Silent Image, I can do prestidigitation and just make the noises follow the silent image, so then the creatures will be attracted by the noise.
Yeah, footsteps running around. Excellent.
Yeah.
And then what about Kaz? Is Kaz doing anything to help, or is Kaz?
I have my shield and sword out, but when I cast Disguise Self, I made my sword look like a stick with a banana skewered on it, and my shield is a coconut shell. That's all.
I'm so happy.
I think Carlos is like, is that banana meant to say something about my condition?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Poor Carlos. We mock him at every turn.
Yeah. So I feel like this is normally I'd allow it to go either way, but I think it's actually got to be it's got to be Juno rolling this time. So Juno, I think I need a. Are you proficient in deception?
You know, I think I've been working on deception, but I'm not. It was one of those things where we were like,
I want you to mark proficiency for now because this is spellcasting deception and you're an illusionist, so like you would have proficiency on this.
Okay.
So and then don't forget to unmark it after this. But
yeah.
So roll deception at advantage because obviously Samhain is helping you.
Thank you, Samhain.
No.
Thank you, Samhain.
Oh no, that could have been bad.
That could have gone so badly.
Oh well, yeah. So our many fanny packed foe is running full speed through this thing, zigzagging, and these creatures, these half moray eels, half scorpions. I posted images of them in the Discord, by the way, if you want to take a look at what these things might be. If you've never seen these things, that's the official 5e and the official 3e art for these creatures. Are immediately perk up and like start chasing after this thing, and they pull out their scorpion tails and like want to stab this thing as it dodges around. Thomas, what are you doing as you are invisibly flying?
Aside from relating to Mercury, pretty hard right now. He's going to try to fly up to where like more of the sweeter fruit would be, and also further out of range of these creatures.
Yeah.
And
fly gives you a fly speed. What is the fly speed? 60?
it is
60 feet per second per round.
It is 60 feet.
Cool. Yeah. So this is just literally 4 rounds of distraction. We'll say 1.5 to get there, 1 to pick the fruit, and 1 to get away. Actually, so it's really just 3 rounds of distraction. Yeah. So you get up there and you're flying up there. The fruit is like really stuck in there though. You've got to like find a way to get it out. Do you have any like tools that you would use to get it out or anything?
Oh yeah, that's actually wonderful because he has a dagger I've never had him use ever.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. So your dagger, I think it just mechanically gets you to the position where you can saw through these things. You think to pull it out, and you start sawing through these things. Do you catch you grab the fruit, or did you let it fall to the ground?
No, he's this might like require some kind of like I don't know, acrobatics situation, but he is. How big are they?
They're like a good armful. You could probably fit like one. They're like a watermelon size.
Hold up, he's wearing a poncho. I'm gonna bundle up the fucking poncho and use it to carry these.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I feel like there is a check here to see if you drop them. So I think it's an acrobatics check because they're round and they can roll away.
Let's see. 13.
Yeah, so with a 13, I think you're able to get the first one in there, no problem. You're able to get the second one in there, one more, no problem. You go for the third one that you're trying to get, and you just the branch just cuts too quickly or whatever. You weren't expecting it. Falls down to the ground and we need to get a second distraction in there from our distraction team. What are you guys doing to distract these creatures, these scorpion eel hybrid creatures?
Okay. Looking in my book.
Like, I don't know how else to distract them besides, giving the footsteps. Oh, wait, I can make the man smell like something, so he smells real to further the deception of these simple creatures.
Yeah, that'll certainly help over covering the smell of the fruit that has just fallen. Right, the fruit just fell and collapsed on the ground near them, and it has like a pungent smell. And so, like, if you make them smell differently, it'll help cover it up. Yeah, why don't you roll a deception check? I assume you're proficient in deception, though.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
Straight
I
deception
am.
check.
Got a +10, folks. That's a 24.
Easily able to keep this stuff up, and with that, Thomas is able to finish cutting down some fruit. And Thomas, you're gonna fly away now. Skedaddle. Do you fly as quick as you possibly can, or are you gonna fly at a more patient pace?
Well, he's invisible, but as he's like disembarking the area of the tree, he's gonna be careful not to rattle any branches.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll a stealth check for me?
I would love to. 19.
Perfect. Beautiful. So Thomas extracts himself from the tree and flies and floats. I think he more floats on down with these heavy cocoa fruits sort of bundled up in his poncho around him in various places. It kind of feels weird. It kind of feels like there's like it kind of feels like they're holding 4 watermelons at once and like holding them in your poncho.
They're watermelon sized?
Yeah.
Oh
they're
my
big.
God.
Oh goodness.
And so you're floating down a little bit like Mary Poppins-y, but a little bit less graceful.
Oh my God.
But you're invisible, so no one can see.
Good.
What are you wearing underneath your poncho? Just so that we can imagine what is invisible.
So, the poncho is kind of like a tie-dye situation, and it's got like some fringes around the edge. And the trousers he's wearing are like very long, like wide leg, kind of like flowy leg like situation. He's wearing sandals, and I think he's got like a very light tunic that's probably just like kind of a cream ivory, like half sleeve, like elbow length sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
but with some like different colors of blue embroidery just around the cuffs, just like
Sure. Yeah.
island fair.
Sounds lovely. And you come floating down and successfully escape with the fruit. And as the weird eel scorpion creatures are still chasing our illusion friend, who smells weird now. And yeah, you guys have successfully recovered the fruits that you need.
Okay.
We
It's-
just need honey.
Yeah.
Hey, not boss.
Yeah.
There's a hive this way, but it's a little bit weird. There's have you ever dealt with giant wasps?
No.
boy.
Well, there are giant wasps.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Deal's still on. Can you lead us to it? Can
Sure.
you
Yeah.
Tell Thomas where it is.
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, boss.
Hello.
How you doing, boss?
Oh, you know.
I found some honey this way.
Why, how entrepreneurial of you, Mercury.
Just trying to help out, being a good citizen like you taught me to.
I can tell.
Good member of the group.
And so spontaneously, you wouldn't happen to want any kind of reward, like some fish or something for this, would you?
I mean, you're gonna give me fish for this, right?
Well, I don't know. It's not like you asked me for any up front.
Oh.
Well, it's not like
What
I have to lead you to the honey.
Somehow I think we'll be all right. Let's go, everyone. We can probably find some bees somewhere.
Oh.
Wait, you're not gonna wait. What, Tom, boss? Boss? Boss?
Someone want to take some of these fruit? They're heavy.
I got one.
Thank you.
Thomas, shouldn't we? I
And
mean,
Mercury like tries to make sad puppy eyes at you, but like is a pseudo dragon. He's very well fed.
okay. I'm gonna just kind of like, we're far enough away. I think at this point, I'm gonna turn to Thomas and be like, Thomas, you want to get Blackberry his honey, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
we can
gonna
find
kind of
it somewhere.
lift up the hat a little bit and do the big blink.
Well, when we get back to the kitchens, we can ask them where they usually get their honey. We can go straight to the farm source and support local businesses.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I
Right?
didn't think about that either.
Surely, if this honey is being defended by giant wasps, it must be delicious honey.
I mean, you
And-
all can bargain with Mercury if you'd like, but
No, I'm good.
Oh,
Come on, I'm a nice dragon. I totally help out. I am a great pseudo dragon. I am a great familiar. I have
Didn't you-
saved your life before, boss.
have you?
yeah.
Ooh.
Definitely.
Good.
I mean, not as much as you've saved my life, obviously, but like I've saved your life before, boss, and I've saved the life of your friends.
You stole my wallet once.
And have you ever thanked me for it?
Uh,
The comedic timing of that shit. Sorry.
Mercury's the reason why Kaz hasn't been able to buy stuff for herself because she's got her wallet. And it's
Every
just
time
sitting.
Kaz gets a paycheck, Mercury steals it.
Just one punch away from a free hero.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I
So
am a
much is
great familiar,
spoiled.
boss.
I'll
I
give him what he wants.
wa-
It's vacation.
I fly
I
all
need
around
him
the
to
city for
stay
you.
aerodynamic.
I fly
Ooh.
all around the city for you, and I do all sorts of things. I fly to multiple places at once for you. Do you know how confusing it is to have like copies of yourself around? Imagine how you would feel.
I'd get a lot more done.
Yeah, but like, imagine how irritating that can be sometimes. Not like you gave me four
Not really-
nests, you just gave me
not really
four
seeing
selves.
downside. They don't stick around that long.
8 hours!
No, 1 hour.
Well, you do it like 8 times a day.
awkward.
So giant hornets.
Fine. I will go on the diet you want me to go on.
I don't want you to go on a diet. You get plenty of cardio as it is. We need to reduce the overall amount of fish because you know how many carbs fish have? No carbs. So I don't know what's happening here. I just think the sheer amount of fish that you are consuming is a little excessive. So like, let's work on that shit. All right, let's go.
I'll eat less fish.
You certainly will.
You'll sound
I'll
really
stop
forlorn about
threatening
it, I'm sure.
Carlos.
Sorry?
You've been
I'll stop
threatening-
threatening Carlos.
I mean, I don't really
Has he
think
been
Carlos
threatening
is
me?
bothered.
No.
Well, if
he-
we're going deeper into the woods, then I guess you still need my services.
Yes, Carlos, you wouldn't happen to know where any giant hornets are, would you?
or honey.
Yes, there's a giant hornet honey nest not far from here. We adventurers frequently raid it for honey for the kitchen. We haven't done so recently, though. It's a little stale in there.
Oh, well, everything worked out. All right, let's go.
Well, look, then we can just do the kitchen the honor of bringing them fresh honey, and then they definitely can't kick Blackberry out of the kitchen.
That's
if
right.
we've done them this favor, and I will not have to part with more coin.
We'll have to bounce their asses off the floor. Let's go.
Quite right. I completely and 100% agree with you. And then he like leans over to Juniper, and and it's pretty funny because the seal is big and Juniper is small, so you're roughly the same height off the ground.
Yeah.
And he leans over and he says, "The tiefling fellow, charming, Sawin, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. He's still tipping me, right? Tips are customary when I take people into the woods."
Oh, I didn't know that. I'll let him know.
Okay. I mean, I'm not against him, obviously, not tipping the waitstaff or whatever, but or bribing people, but and I'll support that as I do. But I'm still getting tipped, right?
Don't worry, Simon can be very talkative when it comes to those kind of conversations.
Right.
Yeah, I'll talk to him, and I'll at some point as we're walking along the woods be like, "Hey, Samhain,
Yes.
so apparently it's customary to tip the guides."
Well, why wouldn't it be customary to tip the guides?
I know.
They are
He just
service
was-
workers, are they not?
I know,
Would they
I know.
deserve to
He
be
was just-
tipped?
He was just worried about that. So I thought I would pass the concern along so that his concerns can be, mollified.
What if ultimately we spend the rest of our stay here strong-arming the island into completely revamping its system of government and setting up a universal basic income?
No.
Now you're talking.
You know what? That doesn't sound half bad.
This is what happens when we put our group on an island vacation.
We refuse to chill.
I will not relax.
Juno wanted to read.
We broke Matthew. Did we win D&D, guys? Did we win?
We did, though.
Yes.
I love you guys so much.
A nice episode about baking a pie, and you guys are like, "No, let's change government. Start a revolution. Start a revolution." You know what this game needs? A secret organization to change the government of an island.
Look, with a
Let's
seal
do it.
army behind us, we can't fail.
Okay. Okay. So you guys continue walking through the woods, and at some point you get to the point where you're in a position where you probably should make a plan, if you haven't already, about what to do, how you're going to deal with the hornet's nest and their honey.
Yes.
They
So-
are giant hornets. They are, in fact, Mechanically, they are actually only large. They are not giant, but they are called giant hornets, nonetheless.
Okay.
I mean, a hornet any bigger than a quarter is considered a giant. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
these are horse-sized.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
I changed my mind, I think. You know? Do
How
we
many
need
of these
honey?
giant hornets to a hive? I need to know for reasons.
Let's see. I think actually I have a mechanical answer to that. Yeah, 4d12. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Me, for comic effect, I just cast Shatter on the hive and there's honey everywhere.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
That'll 100% work in a beach episode, of course.
There's 35.
There's 35 giant hornets.
Oh yeah, no,
Hey.
never mind. That's not gonna work.
So maybe we don't need the honey.
Is there a body of water near us? He asked Carlos, is there a body of water near here?
Yes, maybe if we circle around the hive, or go straight through it if you're brave, but if you circle around the hive and roughly equidistant from us on the other side, maybe about 50 yards from the hive, there's a beautiful lake where well, I used to go swimming there. With
Used
the
to.
well, with the daughter of the witch.
Oh, the plot
Hmm.
thickens. So, was the witch mad that you were friends with his daughter?
And why would he name his daughter Bananas?
Hold on. His daughter was not named Bananas, and he was, I mean, we thought his daughter was better than someone like me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's rude. I mean, she has the right to decide who she's going to hang out with.
Quite right. And she chose Frederick.
Oh. Oh.
Are you sure this isn't an episode where we just sail to the other island and kick the witch's ass?
I mean, if you want to do that, you're welcome to.
Seriously. I'm
what I
sorry
was
you
saying.
failed to. I'm sorry you failed to whisk her away.
Well, maybe it wasn't, you know.
You know, she's a free person. She can make up her own life. I moved on. There's there's someone I'm interested in now anyway, so I'm moving on with my life, you know.
Good. Good for you. You know, yeah, you gotta take charge, do those things. You know, and chase your bliss. Anyways, so should we go around to the water then? What were you thinking, Thomas?
Well, theoretically. Okay, hear me out on this one. Because I'm pretty tired from everything we've been up to lately. And this might be a little hysterical, but what if we smash the nest, grab the honey, very quickly run to that lake, and I cast water breathing on everyone, and we use the melons to keep ourselves under the water until the hornets fuck off.
Excellent.
I could also use fear.
But isn't the honey going to get wet? That defeats the purpose of smashing
Details.
the hive
Details.
in the first place.
Yeah, honey, water actually is bad for honey. I still think I could do fear probably and scare them away.
We could always smoke them out, but
I don't wanna set the
actually
island on
that
fire.
won't work. That won't work because they're the size of horses, and that basically
We
means
need
we
a
need
lot
to
of
set.
smoke.
We need to set half the island on fire to produce enough smoke for 35 horse-sized hornets.
I look at Carlos and I say, "We're not doing that."
I'm glad to hear it, because lighting my home on fire would not be something that I would look kindly upon.
Yeah, exactly.
I was only talking hypothetical. I wasn't actually insisting that we
Okay.
burn this beautiful island.
The last beach episode we ever get to do.
What if I disguise self as a giant hornet? And
Aw.
that's all I got.
Well,
Disguise self makes you humanoid.
Yeah, I know it's humanoid. Just like, oh
So,
yeah, illusion.
hornet outfit.
Cast illusion.
yes.
A
perfect.
giant hornet outfit.
I
Perfect.
can use my second spell slot to cast fly on you.
Hell
We
no!
said-
I mean, I
we
don't know
said
if you guys
Kaz
are
in
joking
there.
or not, but I would do it.
Yeah, we said
Kaz in
Kaz
it. They're
in
going to
there.
offer her a job.
Okay, I'm gonna. If we're gonna do this, if we're gonna send Kaz
Wait.
into it,
No,
I'll
go
make her invisible, and I do want to. I want to get some of these things out of the way. But y'all be upset if I scared them very, very badly.
Hang on, Carlos. Does the giant hornet? Do the giant wasps have a natural predator on this island?
I mean, what?
Well,
Who's
the
there?
the eel scorpion things that you just fought off tend to fight them.
Oh my god.
Let's go get
Amazing, amazing.
Let's go get him.
Let's wrangle 'em.
What if we use the illusion to chase them over here?
And then they fight, and then while they're distracted, we sneak out the honey.
Yeah.
Well,
God, this is such a Pooh Bear episode right now.
this is amazing though. And who doesn't
really
love Pooh Bear?
elaborate.
Pooh Bear's the best.
Why don't we do that?
Quick question. What does the foliage look like in the area?
What would you like it to look like? What would be convenient for you?
Have we got like small to large trees? Have we got some
Yes.
hanging vines?
Yes.
Have we got okay. Cool. Well, you know, if we can get them out of that area, I could definitely help kind of block their way back, so it would take them at least twice as long getting back to us.
That might work.
Okay, so the last I heard, the plan right now is to have Juniper cast an illusion of the scorpion moray eel hybrid things to scare the giant hornets, giant wasps, into and cast fear. You can cast fear as well. Is that the idea? You can cast fear to do that.
I thought what we were going to do, correct me if I'm wrong,
Go for it.
was
please.
go back to those scorpion things, lure them with the promise of an archery contest.
Oh my god.
No, lure them to to the wasps or in view of the wasps. And then like, I don't know, someone cast prestidigitation to make a like sound, and then just have them go at it, and then we'll climb up the tree, get the honey, and escape with our lives.
I'm sorry, is that what's supposed to be a sexy scorpion eel whistle?
Look, I can only do a few whistles. This is the whistle I got.
Noted.
Or we will get a balloon, and we're going to paint it gray and paint ourselves the same color as the balloon and fly up on the balloon to the top of the tree while we sing that we're just a rain cloud.
Well, now you're just talking crazy.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah, I
plan.
thought we were doing that, but or we could scare them with an illusion.
We can scare them.
Okay.
That might be the quickest way.
All right. So I'm gonna get out my felt, which will be part of a fanny pack that I'm actually wearing over my. I'm wearing an actual fanny pack over my sundress, which is how I'm keeping all my wizard supplies. And I am going to cast. Oh no, it's not felt. It's a chicken thing, right? Yeah, a white feather of a hen. Okay. And I'm going to cast fear
Okay.
on these monster wasps.
Okay. Yeah, what's the radius of fear?
30-foot cone.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. Why don't you roll 4d12 plus 10?
Okay, 40, 12 plus 10.
Yeah.
Let me see if I still remember the script for that.
/ roll space 4d12
Yeah.
plus.
So that's 41.
Nice. Yeah. So you get all of them in your cone, and they flee, terrified of whatever it is that they are scared of. It maybe won't last forever, but they are not equipped to handle fear magics. They are wild creatures, and I think they have a -5. What's your spell save DC officially? 14, 15?
Yeah, it's 15.
Yeah, so they'd have to roll a natural 20 to even do anything.
Okay. Okay.
So
good, everyone,
I'm just going to mechanically say that they can't, and they fail, and they flee.
Okay.
But they won't be gone forever. So you guys have a limited time to run and get the stuff. Who's doing it? What? How are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna slap Kaz politely on the arm and cast invisibility. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. No, I'm not. I'm just on her, and I'm gonna be like, "Go, go, go, honey! Get the honey! Get the honey! I'll come with you."
I'm going. I'm gonna get out. While I'm going, I'm gonna cast protection from poison on myself.
So you cast protection from poison.
Yeah,
and run as fast as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Kaz, so I go invisible too, and I book it.
Perfect. So we've got Sawin and Kazan going to the tree. Who's climbing?
I got it.
Are you sure? You're wearing plate armor. Maybe it's best if I go up.
Can you yeet him upwards?
Yeah, give me a boost.
Okay, I'll give you a boost.
Cool. Kazan, roll an athletics check.
10.
Oh.
So you try to eat upwards, but like Sawin's just like the wrong angle or something. There's a wrong amount of weight there, and Sawin, you just like careen over and crash into the underbrush around the tree.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We could try again. I don't think I cracked any ribs.
Thomas gives Mercury his knife, which is by far the best decision I've made in character.
What do you want me to do with this?
Go help them out. Go loosen the honey.
Fine. Starts flying forward. What's the plan here? Are you gonna try again, or are you gonna do something different?
Yeah, we're gonna try again. Try again.
Kazan, roll that athletics check for me again.
Oh god.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see what we get here. Hold on one second while I roll an embarrassingly large number of dice.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wow. Processing power. There we go.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
but you know what that is? That is no natural 20, so none of them saved. So got buys you guys another round.
Sweet.
So you're up there, and Mercury like flies up next to you and like has a knife next to him and starts like trying to saw the honey with his mouth.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I take out my dagger and I just start cutting like large-ish, like sizable hunks of honey.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, yeah.
And so you drop it down. So Mercury like psionically speaks to Kazan and says, "Bombs away, catch!" and cuts some of the honey and it falls down. Kazan, are you gonna try and catch it?
Yep.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Oh my god, not great at those. 1 natural.
Oh,
So it lands all over Kazan.
No, this is the
Honey
worst day of
dripping
my
through your
life.
hair.
How is it even possible that you can still get sweeter?
Here, let's try that again, Kazan. And then he's like, "You can do better next time. You'll see it coming." And I give her bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
So you get a D8.
Okay.
Are the hornets
Kazan,
more than... Sorry.
an acrobatics check. Plus a D8 this time if you need it.
Probably. Oh no.
Nat 20.
What is this? Natural one and a
Perfect.
natural 20.
So the honey
dichotomy of
comes
the
down,
song.
and you catch it elegantly. I think suddenly a jar appears, like in
And
your
he has
hands
feather
magically.
fall.
Like there's a wild magic of enters over, and now suddenly you have a jar, and like honey just appears into it, just pours into it very smoothly, like the magical fairy that Kazan apparently sometimes is. And you have
Sometimes.
a jar of honey. But now the some of the hornets are starting to escape, and they turn and they start coming back this way. You guys are gonna flee for your lives.
Are they more than 100 feet away from us?
Yes.
Okay. I want to pick a point between us and them within about 100-foot radius, and use the one action version of the spell to cast plant growth.
Oh yeah. So the vines start growing and thickening up there. You guys have a little bit more time easily. Yeah, they definitely can't get through this right away. They're gonna try and fly around it, but like it's gonna take. It'll take at least another round for them to do so. Do you guys need more honey, or are you?
How much honey do we have on us currently?
You have like a jar of honey. You might want 2.
I
if
use
you
the
were-
jar and scrape some off of my face. Arms.
God.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I'd like to get a little bit more so I can
Mhm.
fly the
Keep sewing.
yeah.
Mhm.
The head
Absolutely.
chef.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so you're gonna get a little bit more honey, and then Mercury will saw a little bit more as well. So you saw through a little bit more honey. Are you gonna drop it down to Kaz again?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, Kaz, I need 2 acrobatics check. You still have that D8 bardic inspiration to
Yeah.
catch each of these individually, if you need it. So
Jeez,
17 for the first one
Kaz.
to catch Mercury's. 14. Do
Second
you want to use that
one.
bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Roll that D8.
Ooh.
15
plus
is the
1.
DC. You catch it, no problem.
Nice.
Yeah, so now you've got 4 massive things of honey, and you can see that there's like stingers poking through the plant growth in the edge of the trees, trying to like break through a little bit. They're trying to saw with pokey things. It doesn't quite work very well, but they're trying it
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Oh, it's time to go.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Let's run, everyone.
Mercury just starts flying away from the tree, licking his lips.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
I
what have
gotta
I
get-
done?
I gotta get down out of this tree.
Yeah. You're gonna climb down? Let's roll an
Yeah.
athletics check for that.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics to climb down.
Someone, what's taking
Damn,
you
I
so
wanted
long?
to be cool about it.
I
Oh, I
can't,
got
Oh.
that
I can't
one!
catch you because my arms are full of honey.
Oh no, Jack. Oh no, Samhain. So Samhain, you try to be cool, try to hop out of this tree.
Girls are
but
watching.
You don't notice that like your foot, like you put your foot like inside a tangle of vines to like stabilize yourself as you're cutting away at the honey, right? And so you turn to leap off, like, and you're gonna do like a 3-point superhero landing or something like that, but you don't realize that your foot is literally tangled in that. So you, instead of jumping off and landing like epically, you like try to jump off, and instead your foot's caught, and you just flop down and smack your face into the tree trunk, and then your foot comes undone, and you flop hell over head over heels. Your heels come down now after that, and you sort of roll down the tree to the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Embarrass
Solid
themselves.
said something goes, I think I broke my nose.
That's what you get for being sneaky.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I can fix it. Let's go.
You
Yeah,
guys
let's run.
quickly dash out of the grove of honey and massive hornets, and make your way back to civilization on the island with your spoils of war. Only for Blackberry to come up and say, Thomas, I need a favor. And
Can I
that
just
is
give
going
you
to take
money?
a break. And we'll come back in 10 minutes, guys. We'll take our break there.
I knew you.
thanks for being here and checking out our content. Hopefully, the 10 of you that are watching are having a good time. We are certainly laughing a lot, and so I think that implies that we might be having a good time as well, or at least so I hope. If you enjoy our stuff, please check out other stuff that we do. We have shows on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and soon Fridays again, although that's not quite up yet. Monday, and by Tuesdays I meant Sunday. Monday, Thursday, soon Friday, and Sundays. Come check out some of our other stuff. The schedule is down below on the left-hand side. You can check it out. Please and subscribe. Also, again, if you didn't hear our announcement at the beginning, please support interesting and cool organizations, particularly organizations that help disadvantaged people or people fighting for their rights. I think that's an important thing. A personal passion project of mine right now is that I'm supporting a organization called Play on Philly, which is close to my heart because they are teaching young disadvantaged youth about classical music and classical orchestra lifestyle, in addition to providing homework assistance for them as well. And a friend of mine named Stanford Thompson, who is a phenomenally skilled trumpet player, conductor, and all-around badass, runs that organization in Philadelphia.
And we live in Louisville, and I'm from here originally, so the more pressure everybody wants to try to put on Mayor Fisher, etc., is awesome with me.
Please, yes, fight for rights as best you can, and support people who cannot, and support everyone who is disadvantaged, but particularly BIMPOC people. Back to the chaos. So, Blackberry comes running. Thomas, I'm sorry to interrupt your vacation.
They didn't kick you out of the kitchen, did they?
No, not at all. But I still need a favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know how you have your I don't know what you call him, pet?
Yes, that's exactly what he is.
Careful, boss. Well, are you in general good with animals? Because I'm not really good with animals.
What animals are we talking about here?
Well, look, for my pie that I'm making, I need some goat cheese. And the chef said that I can't use the goat cheese unless I get the goat who's like in a snit to produce some milk, so that they can have more goat cheese in the future.
Why do they think that you're capable of lactating a goat?
I don't know. He's a little mean. He wouldn't let me look in his cookbook, and he mocked
a little
mine.
unrealistic.
He was mean.
Mocked his cookbook?
Solon, did you hear that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted by a bird. What was that?
In game or
and,
out of
the bird
game?
just flies right past Solon's face.
Never
it's a
mind.
big, beautiful parrot, and he's like, "Damn, I want one."
I'll handle it. Don't worry about that.
No, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I don't know. Could you try and help me with the goat? Please?
I mean, sure. I'm not amazing with animals, but I'm sure we can do our best. Hey, is anybody great with animals?
I mean, everybody is an animal if you think about it.
And that's very accurate, but regarding more traditional animals, more innocent animals, one might say.
One of my paternal figures had a farm, so I'm middling to fair. What do we have to do? So we have to catch a goat? Is that what I understand? Okay. It's not that hard.
She's not she doesn't need catching. She's just in a mood or something, and she won't produce milk. And she doesn't produce milk for a couple days.
We have to help a goat feel better.
I mean, I really feel like its biological imperative is not going to be triggered by having a conversation with it.
Can anyone speak with animals?
That's a good question. Mercury, can you speak with animals?
It's too dumb to understand me. boss.
Wow.
Well, okay. That's
Only
supposed to be
higher
what?
only higher creatures can understand someone as magnificent as me, and
Like a
even then,
mountain
just
goat.
barely.
So like a mountain goat.
I'm going on the damn diet, boss.
I'm just saying it would be a higher creature, but all right.
What if I cast Find Steed and I
Mhm.
summon a goat, and that goat makes friends with the other goat? Just kidding, I don't have Find Steed prepared, but it was a thought.
I mean, you can have Vine Speed prepared if you want. It's a beach
Ooh.
episode. If you
It's a
want your
beach
master to show up, you
episode.
can.
Ooh.
If you want your master to show up, you can have him show up.
I mean, I suppose let's give it a shot.
Okay. Should it be a celestial goat, a fey goat, or
Oh,
a fiendish goat?
I was talking about that. I bet let's go get the the non-fictional goat. But okay, we could try that. Sure.
Wait, a celestial goat, a fey goat, or a what?
Fiend.
Well,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
a fey goat would be way too chaotic.
Oh my god.
Goats are chaotic enough.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
Star like to live deliciously?
Oh no.
Because pie is pretty delicious, I'm just saying.
Could you imagine though if we summoned a fey goat and then we
I
had
don't know if I
fey
can run
goat
that.
cheese,
I've got
but then
really
weird shit happened because we ate fey goat cheese?
That sounds like an excellent sequel episode.
Maybe
to
that
Beach
is what I
Episode.
should do.
Let's do that.
Okay. I would like to cast Find Steed and summon. Can I summon a goat?
I have no idea. I've literally never heard.
I mean,
Let's see.
technically,
It could be like a goblin
goat.
steed.
Yeah, a goat could be
It
a
says-
halfling steed.
A war
Let's see,
horse,
sorry, hold on, let's see.
pony, camel, elk, or a mastiff. Your DM might allow other animals.
Mice.
Sure, yeah, of course. Of course we can summon a goat. Goats are
Okay.
awesome. I love goats, so yeah, no problem.
I would like to summon a goat that is fey in nature.
So a
Yeah.
goat.
Meh.
Well, I did it. Now what?
Okay,
that was the end of my plan.
maybe we can get this goat to hang out with the other goat and make the other goat feel valued.
Well, time is goats. Let's move.
Meh.
Cool. Does goat have a name?
Do you have a name? Wait, do you understand me? I'm speaking in common.
Of course I do.
Then why were you just bang?
I'll have you know that when a goat does it, it's not buh, buh, buh.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Buh is for sheep. I'm a goat. We go meh.
Okay.
Meh.
Would you like to make a new friend?
I don't know.
You would. Let's go.
Just starts following you. Just starts following you immediately.
Nice. Okay, I guess let's follow a goat.
Thomas is going to tap someone on the shoulder and say, "Oh, Carlos wanted to ask you something. Catch up with us." And he's going to go.
Okay.
Who wanted to ask him something?
Carlos.
Oh,
Yeah. What's up, Carlos? Thank you very much for the tour. I understand it's time for your payment now.
Oh, yes. Well, it is customary that I receive a tip. Obviously, the resort covers the vast majority of the fees, but when one gives a tour, it is customary to receive some degree of tip. Obviously, you guys are more capable than my usual crew, so I didn't have to save you from any deadly danger, which is, of course, part of my job description as well, had it come up. But you guys were so capable. It was quite impressive, actually.
Yeah, so I understand that with your current predicament, that coin might not be the best tip for you. So how should I pay you?
Oh, well, you can go and speak to the head chef, and just if you give him the coin, then he will give me the fish.
Okay, do you have a favorite type of fish?
Yes, there's a rainbow trout fish that is particularly exquisite.
Okay. All right. And how's your appetite today?
Uh, 3 would be incredible.
Very well. It shall be done.
You are most generous. Thank you very much. And he like seal bows to you, just flapping there and goes "Arf, arf, 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 arf," and flops around a little bit.
I'll hold out my hand so I could shake his fin. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
he can't really shake, but he like high fives it. But
yeah,
with
yeah, like
the
we high
hand.
five. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like a heavy fin, so it like smacks your hand away. You know, you can't like meet with equal force and do this. It's very much like
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
thrust away, dragged
No, it's
down by the
fine.
weight.
Yeah. So I'll make sure you're taken care of. I guess I have a an appointment with a head chef.
And he like goes and flops away and goes and like lies on the beach next to a bunch of other seals.
Just blends in.
Yeah, just blends in a little bit. Okay. Solomon, do you want to go talk to the head chef now while the rest go deal with the goat, or do you want to?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I will I'll go while they do that, so they can do that before I go
Okay.
talk to the head chef.
Excellent. So, goat team goat, heads with their Fey Ma goat, to
But you said
check
your name
on
was
the goat.
Karen?
Let's go there. Fine. Yeah, her name's Karen. Fair enough. Karen the goat. Fair enough. So you guys go and head towards the farm where the other goats are, where the other goat is. And Karen like heads on in, and well, what are you expecting of me?
Well, I was hoping you could go talk to that goat over there and get him to, do his thing, do her thing.
I'll have you know it's a her.
Yes, it was I misspoke. Well, can you?
I don't know.
Okay. This again. You absolutely can. Let's go.
Fine. And she like wanders over to the other goat. Like she just like grabs some grass from where the other goat is eating and starts munching it in front of her. Matt. The other goat was Matt. 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 Matt.
This sounds upsetting.
Matt. And then your goat walks back to you. She says she's lonely.
Wonderful. Now she has you.
Welcome to a new home.
She wants a boyfriend.
Oh,
Oh, get in
Oh.
line.
I guess I can't make you do that.
Are there other
Mm.
goats in the area?
Is she interested in any other goats that are here?
There aren't really any other goats here.
Hmm.
Could we have one shipped in?
Yeah, let's promise her that she's getting a boyfriend, and then we'll see if we can make it happen.
So you want me to lie? Cool. Turns and skedaddles.
Wow, I didn't have to convince them that time.
Ma. 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 Ma.
Juno's stepping away.
I'm glued to my fucking seat.
I'm pretending I understand.
Your Karen the goat comes back and says, "I told her he'd be hot, so he better be cute."
Oh, I'll make sure to let them know to only ship the hottest of goats.
You can get some milk now.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm gonna let's not do this again. I'm gonna release you from our bond.
No,
Like
I
I'd
wanted to
come
set
back
it loose in
anyway.
the kitchen.
No, that's okay. Karen's got stuff to do. Right, Karen?
Damn straight.
All right. See you later. I mean, see you
You
never.
know how weird it is having hoof? And he starts looking at her feet. Okay. So Karen is dismissed, gone, poof.
Okay. Who wants to?
There's
Who
now a
wants to
recording of
milk
me
this thing?
making those sounds in conversation on the internet. Okay.
Amazing.
Sorry, step back for a second. Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Well, I mean, do we have to milk her right now? Like, we can just tell them that, hey, she can be milked now, and then
Oh, that's a good point.
you can get.
We do
But
have-
if you don't want this problem to happen again, you need to get her a boyfriend.
Yes, exactly. Let's do that.
I think we should take her with us to the kitchen.
You just want to put a goat in the kitchen.
No, I just want to punish the head chef.
Okay, let's do
We
it.
can still
Thank
do
you.
that.
Okay. Who's gonna wrangle it though? Because it's not gonna be me.
Um,
I'm very bad at animal stuff, as you could tell.
I'll-
Juniper, that's like a mount size for you, right?
no, I'll grab some grass. I'll just grab some grass and be like, here, buddy.
They roll animal handling.
Jesus. Fantasy Jesus, I mean.
Marilla.
Marilla, okay, animal handling 5. Here, creature.
Yeah, she
Here.
just bends down and eats some of the grass in front of her and kind of looks at you. There's grass in your hands, there's grass in front of her too.
Look, I don't
there-
know.
Is there
I'm-
like a lead or something? Probably for a larger animal, but like, is there like a rope lead or something in
Yeah,
this
of course
area?
there's rope around. If you want some
Okay.
rope.
Grab some of that, watching where we step very, very carefully because he likes these sandals.
Good call.
Absolutely
Roll a perception
terrible.
check.
What is that smell? Oh my god.
Yeah, we're in a barn. That's a
Yeah, you're
natural
fine.
20, so
Nope.
like...
It's not surprising to me that Thomas knows how to avoid poo on the ground from animals. Yeah, so you get the rope around the goat, and the goat doesn't really have a choice in the matter. You just can force the goat to come.
I mean, I can roll an animal handling, but...
That's great, but this is a matter of like what mood the goat is in, not anything else.
It's a 15.
Excellent. Yeah. The goat comes quite peaceably with you. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, the door swings open, and Samhain enters the kitchen. Samhain, the kitchen is a madhouse. There is jam on the ceiling. There is pie in the oven of some sort. Everything is going in all sorts of different directions. And in there is a very angry dwarf with sort of a very dark tattoo that covers half of his face. Down the middle, it's just like half of his face is untattooed, and the other half is like these vine designs and various things. And he's just like, "What are you doing in my kitchen?"
Is that to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So wait, so there's jam on the ceiling?
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, Blackberry seems to be like making something, but like it like is bubbling over and things splatter, and it's a little bit of a mess.
It's not his fault. He's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So where is Blackberry right now? Because I have stuff to deliver to him, basically.
Blackberry is like leaning over and staring at like a magical cooking apparatus that like has a front door that you open and like look in, and like through it he can see like something is bubbling and boiling. It looks like he's trying to make like a crust or something that he'll maybe stuff later or something like that. So
Oh,
he's like
yeah.
looking over and his tail's wagging behind him.
Okay. How fast is the wagging? Like, is it contemplative or is it like anxious or?
It's anxious. It's excited.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I just turned and to the chef and I just bow deeply and I go, "Thank you for allowing my friend to borrow the kitchen for an hour. I come bringing him ingredients so he'll be out of your hair faster."
Your friend is this miscreant?
And I also have a jar of honey for you too. I heard you were out. And then like I plop the bigger of the 2 jars of honey in front of the chef.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Yes.
And Blackberry says, "Ooh, honey!" Like pops up and turns.
Yeah, and Samhain will like casually like slide it toward the smaller one towards Blackberry. Persuasion. 14.
Yeah. So the chef like grabs it and says, "This has been a stressful day."
Well, now you can have a cup of tea. with
Fine.
the honey.
Anything else?
No, I suppose not. I'll Blackberry, do you need anything of me before I go?
Oh, just the goat's milk. The goat's cheese, sorry. The goat's milk.
Yeah,
Whatever.
the others are working on that right now. And like as I'm talking to Blackberry, I'm like casting prestidigitation to clean up the kitchen.
Nice. I love it.
While I'm talking to him, so like the chef doesn't get annoyed that I'm like lingering talking to Blackberry.
Yeah, so that helps placate him a little bit. But he definitely is like, so this dwarf is just very like unpleasant to be around. He's got sort of a sour attitude, things like that.
Very, very much Gordon Ramsay in here.
Well, gosh, I hope we don't get his goat.
Yeah. So if there's nothing else that Blackberry needs,
Yeah. Do you wanna put in the fish order as well for?
Oh
for
yes. Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Before I forget, I am also here to tip my guide. I happen to have Carlos, so I'd like to pay
How
for
many of the rainbow trout did he talk you into?
He said 3.
12 gold.
Very well. I'll put down 15 gold and just say you can keep the change.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he like gives Blackberry a dirty look. I think as this happens, Thomas enters dragging a goat.
Yeah,
behind
the
him.
cavalry is here.
The cavalry is here. Yeah, so Thomas enters with the goat. What is that goat doing in my kitchen?
Oh, my understanding was that you wanted goat's milk, so.
I wanted the milk, not the goat.
The milk is in the goat.
That's true.
Then
And
milk the goat.
Oh,
Well,
also, I should note that she will be milked for now, but in order to continue getting milk from her, you need to get her a boyfriend.
And a really hot one, apparently.
You need to get a hot male goat.
Really big
You're never getting milk
horns.
again, and that's gonna really suck.
Like huge horns.
I'm sorry, are you telling me that I have to be concerned about the feelings of a goat?
Yeah,
I'll take everything with goat's milk
you
off
want
your
goat
menu.
milk, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want goat milk for your kitchen, you will. It's practical.
This whole island is going to hell.
Okay.
Fine, tell the goat I will get her a boyfriend. Some
Sweet.
ram or other.
Oh, that's
Uh,
been taken care of. Now you can get all the milk you like.
So like someone goes, ignore my friends, I'll milk the goat for you. And then like ushers everybody out of the kitchen.
Yeah, so everyone leaves the kitchen, except for Samhain, who milks the goat, helping out the chef. Chef seems to kind of appreciate it, but it's kind of just like one of those people who's permanently going to be unhappy. So Samhain, you milk the goat, which pleases the chef a little bit. And
Right.
you're on your way out the door. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Thomas, do you have something else you want to do?
I mean, just really quickly, does the chef have a nice hat?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
He does
That's
not
fine.
have a nice hat.
I'll figure something else out.
Fair enough. So you are milking the goat, and you finish milking the goat, and you're on your way out. I want you to roll a perception check for me. You've been in there long enough for maybe to notice something.
Okay.
Nope, definitely not.
I rolled a nat 1.
Actually, what's your passive is 12. You don't have low observant or anything like that to make it 17?
Yeah, hang on. It might be 13 because of Bard. Oh no, it's just 12.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Yeah, so your passive is 12, you don't notice anything. What will I say? I will say that the chef's cookbook and Blackberry's cookbook are the same color and the same size. And like one could easily mix the two of them up.
Okay. Do I know which one's Blackberries?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Because they're both like there, you know. Just don't
Okay, I didn't know if there was like one in front of Blackberry, because if so, I was going to mark it.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to ask, you could.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll point that out to Blackberry and be like, I noticed that your books are similar. Is your name on the inside of the cover?
Oh, good call. No. Do you have a pen? He sort of looks around for a pen.
Someone like pats himself down. And he's like, I do have one. I don't go
Yeah.
far with that one. And then he pulls one out of his
Beautiful.
pocket.
Excellent. So you head out after having marked Blackberry's book, so Blackberry knows which book this is, and you head out into the cool, refreshing afternoon air. There's going to be a play in an hour, and involved in that play is our paper dragon dance and all that stuff. And you guys have some free time now to do what you want before dinner and the play and dessert.
I have a suggestion.
Go for it.
Gina's going to kind of cautiously edge over, but not actually touch Kaz, and be like, Kaz, I think we might need a swim.
Yeah, I'm still covered in honey. I've been getting it everywhere. I think someone's giving me like a dirty look right now.
Yeah, it's our beleaguered elf who is giving you a slightly dirty look. Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind washing off before sitting on any of the furniture, I'm sure the other guests would greatly appreciate it.
Yep, gotcha. Sorry, I did it to get some honey.
Let's go swimming.
Don't neither of us know how to swim though?
Not really. No, we can stand in the water, or we can sit and let the waves just wash over us.
Okay.
Cool, let's do that. I'm gonna just like fit my hat on a little bit. And we're gonna head on. I'll be like, Thomas, do you have your mimosa?
I love how you knew. The next thing I was going to say is he's getting a refill. It's got an even bigger fruit wedge in it this time. And he grabs them.
Also,
I don't know. Do we have
so-
sunglasses in this universe?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. He grabs like a pair of those from like the kiosk or whatever they have.
And is Salwyn with us?
Yeah, so once Sawad's done doing all the tomfoolery in the kitchen, he's heading out.
We really got to figure out something evil to do to that chef.
Don't bother.
I really would like to.
I think he wants to bother.
I think so too. Thomas, I think you and Mercury are a little similar in some ways.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's go drown.
How dare you, not boss.
Well, it's true. You two both have you're both clever and you're both smart and you both look at problems in a kind of roundabout way, and you like to.
Those are all synonyms.
What she's trying to say is that you're like a blackberry bush. You're very sweet when you want to be, but also very prickly when you want to be.
And sometimes chaos is fun.
And sometimes chaos is good.
And then privately to you, it says, our deal's still on, right? The diet doesn't start until tomorrow, I've decided. So you're going to give me a slice of pie, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay.
So what's the beach situation like again on this
Yeah,
beach?
so we've got two sides to the beach. One side is like rocky shoals where the seals hang out, and the other side is like a typical sandy beach. There are a fair number of guests here hanging out. A number of them are swimming. Some kids are playing there. I think you spot some friends from town are all in their bathing suits of various sorts. I think your beautiful little violin student and his mother are there swimming.
Oh,
Trying to teach him to swim by like holding him, and he's Celestian, so he takes to it pretty well. But she's still very cautious with him and taking care of him because he's young. But yeah, it's a lovely sight.
Oh,
so sweet.
well,
When you said beautiful, I was really expecting you to say your sister, and I was like, yep, of course she'd be.
I mean, your sister
Voguing.
is at the bar right now drinking like 7. She's on her 7th drink and on her 12th man.
I have nothing but respect for her.
Yeah,
we have no choice but to
Queen.
stand.
God.
yeah, absolutely. Anyone you want, basically. Quick Eyes is there, right? He looks very uncomfortable on the beach, but Thomas has like forced a margarita into his hand, and he's just standing there awkwardly on the beach. He's wearing like a like a bathing outfit from like the 40s.
I'm gonna die.
With stripes.
That's so funny because I was actually thinking that was Samhain's like
Yep, of course.
beach attire.
Of course.
Like
You
from
didn't talk
Chitty
to each
Chitty-
other beforehand.
like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and we end up matching, and we're like, oh.
Only
There you
Samhain
go.
says across the ass, attack and dethrone God.
Wait, across the ass it says what?
Attack and dethrone God.
Yep.
Gods, it's plural.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Fantasy.
Yeah. And so Quick Eyes is just sort of standing there in the sun, like sitting there thinking, do I sit? Do I get a towel and sit? Do I sit in one of these chairs? Do I go in the water? But he just stands there and holds his drink and can't decide, and so he like takes a sip. There's a group of people playing beach volleyball.
I want to play
playing beach
chicken.
volleyball.
I want to play chicken with somebody.
Do it.
Well, me and Kaz don't know how to swim, but we'll try. I'll
I'm
get into my
also-
swimming jumper.
Very overdressed.
Yeah, Kaz, you
Feel a bit
can't go
awkward.
swimming in your
Or you
in
can
your mouth.
absolutely go swimming, but it's stopping swimming. It's going to be a problem.
Well, it's, you can wear the clothes that are under the armor. Your Under Armour, as it were.
I guess that's true.
Faye.
What?
Your Under Armour.
Nicely done.
Good one, baby.
I guess I will discard my armor,
Mhm.
and what I usually wear, other than that, is just a cream-colored tunic and
Mhm.
some padded leggings.
Yeah, I think you hear your half brother's voice. Never go about unarmored.
Yeah, I feel very uncomfortable.
Wait, is he fucking here?
Oh,
Nope, it's
God.
just in her
No,
head.
I
Just in her
hear
head.
him.
Oh man, I was gonna bury him up to his neck
Oh,
in the sand.
yeah,
and
if
wait
you
for
want
the
him here,
tide
he
to
can be
come
here.
in.
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want him here.
You don't want him here. Okay, great. He's not here. I'll give that. Yeah, that's totally
So many
fair.
ways to murder on a beach.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
I think you're walking down the beach and you see that someone has a couple of guards who are clearly on vacation have buried Mela stepwise up to her neck, and so there's just
Oh,
like this
no.
lizard folk head protruding from the sand.
Mel
Oh,
Stepwise has died. They're burying her as we speak.
no, she's fine.
Oh, okay.
She fell asleep, and that's what they did to her.
I'm not saying I did that when I was little, but I might have done something like that when I was little.
Did you
so-
teach them how to do that?
No.
Yeah, Salwyn will try to teach Juniper and Kaz how to swim a little bit so that like if someone gets knocked off during chicken,
Mhm.
Because you're
they're
dedicated
not
to this.
completely It'll be fun. I'll get my wonderful sister to play with us. It'll be great.
Fuck,
It'll be
yes.
a disaster.
Wonderful.
Don't make me take off
Um,
my nice dress. I look so pretty.
Why'd you bother?
That's okay.
going
I've got
to
a
the
gorgeous
beach?
bathing suit too.
I was going to
rips it off.
say, how did you not come prepared for this?
She's wearing a
Nice.
two-piece, and
Yes.
she looks, whatever. Everyone looks.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'll teach Kaz and Juniper the basics, and then I'll teach them the basics about chicken.
Yeah, why don't you roll a charisma saving throw to teach them how to swim?
I can support with the
Charisma?
water breathing thing,
Ah.
so there's
Yeah,
no real
charisma's teaching.
consequences.
Teaching and training is charisma.
26.
Beautiful. Then
Ooh.
I would like my people who do not know how to swim. I would like you to roll athletics checks for me. The DC is 6.
Okay.
Sorry, the DC is 4. Wow, this is ridiculous. The DC is 4. Excellent. You both get the basic rudiments of how to swim from the marvelous stylings and teachings of Sawin. You're not pro swimmers. You're not Chalestran natives, but you do have the basic understanding of how to get from point A to point B in the water without totally drowning. Particularly since this beach is, where you guys are playing, it doesn't get that. I mean, you could go out there and get that deep, but it's pretty safe here. There's an island that's like one island over, but it's like close enough away that it's basically a sand dune. It's where the witch lives.
Oh my god.
That's where he lives, the witch. And so there's like this place where it gets kind of deep, but then on both sides it's actually pretty shallow, so you can sort of play there and be super safe. So no chance of going out and drowning.
Cool. Yeah, and then I teach them the basics of chicken. So then I'm like, Juniper, you get on top of Kaz's shoulders because it's not fair
Okay.
otherwise.
Are you sure? No, just kidding.
Okay, so I'll get on Kaz's shoulders, I guess. Like, I'm so sorry, Kaz.
And
And then-
Astara tries to get on your shoulders. Is that okay? Or you wanna...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ostar is gonna be on my shoulders.
Excellent.
But like, what
Okay.
I'm gonna do in like Sublangi, I'll be like, I swear to God, if you absolutely trash Juno at chicken, her first time at playing chicken, I am going to dunk you in your pretty dress.
What do you think the point of chicken is?
Wait, and then it's like, wait, you want to not win?
It's their first time. We can't.
Did you ever do this to me? Did you ever like purposely not win with me when we were playing?
You're older than me. You were always trashing me.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. But like, I just want to make sure you don't we don't need like a rematch here, so that, like I can prove that I'm better than you, right?
Oh God,
Dude,
let's just do
they're
this.
talking about us.
I know, I think they are.
You should
They
every
destroy them?
other word, every other word is Juniper and Kazan.
Kaz,
Hey.
Because
we
that
should-
doesn't translate to Sublangi yet. He hasn't figured it out.
Thomas, are you getting involved in this battle of chicken?
He's
Is it a three-way fight?
stealthily no.
I
That is not on brand, but
Mm,
he stealthily casts water breathing per his gift of the depths invocation on all four of those fools. And like him and Quick Eyes and the little boy who's like Salwin's student because he's a child, and just I don't know, anyone else he can see in the vicinity, because I've got up to 10 people with this.
Sure, yeah. So you just cast
That'll
on
be
10
nice.
random people.
Yeah.
And
don't know if it'll
I think as
help.
you're doing that, your toes get into the water a little bit. And Thomas, you hear a voice in your head. You know, we could totally win if you wanted.
God, so tempting.
Not that we have to, just putting the offer on the
How would that even work?
Well, so when one plays chicken, it is important to have full motion of your legs if you are on the bottom. I can prevent that
Ah.
with tentacles.
Oh no!
Wait, are you gonna get the general into the water?
Josh, I'm thinking. You're not here, go away.
No. No, this is over the table.
He's like weighing the damage to his dignity versus the probability of pulling this off. Fuck it. This is all happening in a pocket dimension anyway. Let's fucking go.
So you're getting into the water?
Yeah.
Do you have a teammate? Are you
I'm
getting
absolutely
generals, you're saying?
dragging Quick Eyes by his arm.
Oh, but
You're fine.
But the soldiers over there can see me, and they can general
Trust me.
dignity.
Trust me, they won't
Whatever.
remember.
But you
It'll be fun.
roll a persuasion check.
Please. Damn it. Can I use inspiration?
Yeah, of course.
No. Yeah. Well, no. I said that after I rolled it. It's not
No,
fair.
it's fine. It's a beach episode.
Okay, well, it's a 25 then.
Yeah. So he says, oh, "You're always good at Thomas. Well, you want to be top or bottom?
um,
Thomas.
shut up! You're not there. Actually, we might be in range right now. Yeah, lift me up this time.
Okay. And gets
I'm
into
not
the
going
water
to cash any checks. My upper body can't.
and, and lifts you onto his shoulders. So we've got a 3-way chicken fight. So here's the way our chicken rolls work. First thing that happens is the person on the bottom has to make an athletics check at disadvantage. If that athletics check beats a 15, then then the person on the top can attempt to attack someone else. If they successfully attack someone else, if it's below, if it's above a 15, then that person can attack someone else. If it's above a 20, then they can attack normally rather than at disadvantage. Okay, straightforward, relatively.
Can
quick.
I bless myself and Juno before we begin?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. I bless you, Juno.
Thank you.
So you can add a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Perfect.
I'm
And if
gonna
you
give my
successfully
sister-
attack someone, then they have to roll a saving throw to stay on.
I'm gonna give my sister bardic inspiration.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you guys think you're so smart.
Hmm.
I don't know
Okay.
subtlety. I do this very openly.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so first things first. If you are on the bottom, let's roll an athletics check at disadvantage because you've got someone with you
Okay.
on top of your shoulders.
16.
I got
Nice.
a 2 for both rolls.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, well, I get a 17. Nope, sorry, I get a 21 because I'm General Quick Eyes and actually someone who's trained and skilled in athletics because
I
of
was gonna say,
warfare
I
and
think
all that stuff.
Kaz is my main competition here.
That's totally fair. Yeah, so I think, wait, did you get a natural 1? Saw one? No, you got a 2.
Mhm.
I rolled a 2. I have a +0 to athletics.
Nice. Perfect. So I think you get Astara up, and immediately the two of you just topple over. And Astara's like, "Wait, no, but yeah!" And she like collapses. "Oh, no fair. Let's try it again. That didn't count." And she starts trying to clamber back up on you. Kaz and Quick Eyes both have their partners on their shoulders. Thomas and Juno, are you guys going to try and to attack each other, knock each other off?
I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself real quick.
Nice.
How broad are Kaz's shoulders?
Super broad.
It's gonna be that like
Kaz
flickery
with
kind
the
of
freaking
thing.
world.
So like there's one on her bicep, there's another one on the other bicep, there's one in the middle.
Wait, how many do you get?
3?
Oh my
illusory
God.
duplicates
Plus
of
you.
yourself appear
That's
in your
actually really
space.
funny.
Okay, Thomas, do
So-
you want to make an attack roll? That absolutely costs Juno's turn this round.
Oops.
But
Oh,
no
well.
worries, it's fine.
I
But
mean,
still, yeah. Try and knock
I
Juno
would-
off.
yeah. I would also like to use Fey Presence to make Juno scared of me for one round. Let me
Oh,
look up the Wisdom save.
How dare
It's a
you?
DC 15.
Go
Juno,
jump
make a
for it.
wisdom saving throw.
How dare
Also,
you?
actually, is it just Juno or would it be everyone in that area? Because obviously,
Oh yeah, 10-foot cube from me.
Kazan, I need a wisdom saving throw from you as well. But that being said, Juno, you do get Kazan's charisma bonus.
Oh,
Well, it was 21 even without the
Boo.
charisma bonus.
I had to try
Nice.
it on a wizard.
Wait, do I have to roll the charisma saving throw?
No, you're too far away. You guys fell
Oh
over.
my god, with
Okay,
these
cool.
wizard
Also
and a
get
paladin.
D4.
So is that a bonus action or an action?
I think it's just a as an action.
Okay, so you lose your turn as well. So that gives Ostara and Sawan a
Trying
chance
so
to get
hard
back
to
in
be
the fray.
smarter than each other.
Sawan, athletics check.
Okay. Let's see if my boy can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so you guys get up this time, but Ostara is like trying to find her balance on you and it's like constantly shaky. So she's not falling this time, but she's definitely like unstable up there. Let's see. I need another athletics check at disadvantage from Kazan and General Quick Eyes.
Here we go. 16. 31.
And that's a 15 for me. So yeah, both of us are successful. So again, that puts us in a position. Do either of you guys want to
Okay,
attack each
Juno
other?
hit this time.
I'll attack.
He's gonna
Okay.
ask his patron too.
So I roll a basic attack roll? What would I do on this case?
Yeah, you can roll a basic attack roll.
Oh no, it would be athletics.
Athletics
yeah.
or a basic attack roll. I'll take either.
Okay, I'm gonna do athletics, I guess. I could try to jump at him for acrobatics, but that's
You
not gonna
get
work.
D4 on attack rolls. from
Okay,
dwarves.
D4 on attack rolls. So so I click this and then I roll a D4.
Yep.
It's 20.
Yep, that definitely hits. Thomas, I need you to make a we'll say strength saving throw.
Oh,
As
good.
Juno comes in, like, rush tackles you.
Good, I'm the strongest.
I have a 0 on my strength.
You're all weak.
I have a 1 on my strength.
That's
Nice.
a 12.
Yeah, so Thomas, it feels like you're about to fall, but you feel something snake up the back of General Quick Eyes' legs and then grab you and just sort of push you back so that you're stabilized there. General Quick Eyes, like, freaks out and, like, twists a little bit, so you're out of position. So you can't make an attack this round, but next round, you're absolutely. Excellent. Let's see another roll from our bottom people.
Okay.
Okay.
Just said a mouthful.
Am I in this round?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I love how the siblings are.
We're so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Why bless you?
I'm following.
This is
Stop.
so-
No, that way, not this way. No, I said that way. Can't see where
Stop.
you're pointing.
Stop gesturing so wildly. This is why we can't keep our balance.
Well, if you didn't have two horns that are growing into my legs right now, then we would be better.
I have them shaved. There's nothing.
I can still feel them. They're like phantom horns or something.
I dunk her.
Perfect.
I just do a complete like back bend and just dunk her.
Beautiful. Yeah, up on top. Let's start with Thomas. Thomas, do you want to try and attack Juno?
Yeah, sure. God. Oh, what check even is that?
It's an athletics check or a basic attack roll with a melee weapon.
Ooh. Well, it's the same modifier for either, so here goes literally nothing. It's a 16.
Nice. A 16. You absolutely get her. Let's see if you get her or one of her illusions. Roll 1d20.
It's 5?
That, I believe, is one of your illusions dissipates.
Yep.
One of the illusions dissipates. Juno, do you want to try and get back?
Yes. I will do an athletics. Let me get that done. 18.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. Roll a strength saving throw, Thomas.
Oh dear. It's an 8.
Whipped you with my
Thomas.
tail.
Goes
Terrible.
down.
Yep.
Dunks into the water.
Yes.
Oh, we got this, Juno.
Yeah.
And then a magical tentacle reaches up and grabs one of Juno's tails and pulls Juno down into the water. And then disappears.
We're
So I
being
think it's about
attacked.
this time.
There are almost no winners here.
So I think it's about this time that you guys hear Blackberry's panicked squeal. Guys!
Oh no.
Let's go.
At least the honey's off of us.
Oh, here we go.
Better get your armor, Kaz.
What's on fire, darling?
So I don't know exactly what happened, but I was just following the recipe, and I was trying to pay attention to all the details of the recipe, and it told me to carve these things into the recipe, and so I started carving these things into the recipe, but then something went wrong, and I don't think pies are supposed to talk.
Is the chef still in there?
Yeah, he was very mad and chased me with a cleaver.
Oh, don't worry about it. Come down to the beach, darling. Let the chef handle that.
But it's still growing, and I'm afraid. And look, and he turns and points, and you see the roof of the restaurant just explodes upward, and there are these flowing rivers of whipped cream everywhere, and you hear this booming voice, "Who gave me this evil form?"
Huh.
With my armor.
Yeah. Hey,
And suddenly, like,
Blackberry,
a
buddy.
massive arm grabs the roof from inside and grabs the other roof from inside and pulls itself out, and you see this 1-story tall pie pan with a pie inside of it, and the pie's front just starts opening and saying, "This is undignified. I will kill you all."
Hold on, guys. I've got this. Thomas steps forward. The name of the person you're looking for is Magli Blackice. He lives over there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, roll a
Actually,
deception
yeah,
check.
it's him. Can
Roll a deception check.
17.
Where?
He points towards Racy.
I will kill all who work for him.
Oh
And he
no.
starts
Oh,
Nothing's
clambering
going
out.
my way today.
Nope. Because I'm like, wait, no, there's a person who works with him who's buried up to her head in here. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. Someone, can you roll an Arcana check for me?
Yeah.
Not at disadvantage, obviously. So that's a 17.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to toggle normal.
No worries, it's fine. So, this is a being you've seen this being before, though it wasn't normally in pie form, but you kind of recognize the voice as one of the voices of one of the many beings that have tried to tempt you into doing things before. Some of them are powerful, some of them are terrifying, some of them are interesting. This one is more laughable, obviously. Especially since apparently what has occurred is that our evil chef was trying to summon this creature, and the recipes got mixed up between summoning and cooking.
See,
And as
I
a
was
result,
right.
as a result, the evil chef's summoning spell got mixed with Blackberry's pie spell, and the creature of demonic entity of some sort has been summoned into a pie.
Oh, beautiful.
So there is a giant eldritch pie. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna put my armor on.
Oh, also, just as a reminder, because I know it's been a while since we talked about this, Juniper and Kazan, you each have a glyph of wording on one of your items, and I don't think I had time enough to do it on one of Thomas's items. So you both think it was lightning damage?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you both have that.
Gotcha.
Just as
I'll
a
remember that.
reminder.
Excellent. So what is the plan here? How are we going to deal with this giant evil pie?
I think we should lure it into the ocean.
Yeah, to be
Oh.
fair, if it's heading towards Racy, it might handle itself. It's gonna cross the water to get there. We want to wait and see if it dissolves in the water.
I
Well-
just feel like it won't.
Well,
I suppose it would be detrimental to the ecosystem.
Well, not to mention the fact that it's being supercharged by one of the chain's many associates.
Wait a second. Where's Carlos?
Carlos.
Carlos?
Yes.
Are you in? Oh, there you are. Can you talk to these seals?
What do you need me to say to them?
Just ask them if they're hungry, if they like
Oh my
pie.
god. What if
I see
eating
where
this?
you're going.
How many?
Most of them are fat enough. It probably won't make a difference. Sure. So he goes to try and convince the seals of this.
Oh
I
my
mean, the
God.
more blubber, the better, right?
Yeah. Kazan, what are you doing?
I'm wondering why we're just not attacking it. I'm ready to rumble.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, yeah. Let's roll initiative. I think what we'll have here is a protect the citizens fight. So your goal is to protect the commoners and do as much damage as you can until oops, let's get a initiative order out. Until the seals rescue you with eating as much cream as they possibly can off the spy. Evil pie.
Oh, also, can I shout to or mind shout to Mercury and be like, "Now's your chance, go."
Nat 20 for initiative.
Oh,
Nice.
beautiful.
Thomas doesn't have an icon on our last map on this game, so
I will. One was left and we used the map on this game. Hold on one second. I'm just finding.
Do I still have my
that represents
icon?
a pie.
I'm not sure which one is mine or
It's
which
16
one.
regardless.
Okay. Strawberry pie. A little bigger.
Oh boy.
Nice. Okay, I got a 15 initiative.
Nice. Go Juniper. Let's get Thomas. So, I'll turn. And what do you get, Thomas? What did you say?
16.
16? Beautiful. And evil pie. And we'll say citizens are going on 10. Just for the sake of citizens going on 10. Okay, I am a big fat pie. I get a 3. So I'm going highest. Samhain, how do you want to deal with the spy?
Okay, yeah. How far is the pie from me?
Yeah, so it's on top of the building. You're in the ocean, so like 80 feet.
Is that too far to cast Shatter?
Don't know, but it's certainly
hang on, let me
not
check
too
the
far to
range
move
on
and
it.
cast
It's
Shatter.
60 feet, so I need to close the gap.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna close the gap to about. I'm gonna get onto the beach. So does that put me close enough, or do I need to get in closer?
It almost puts you close enough. You need to get like 5-10 feet from the beach.
Okay, yeah, then I'll move further in, and I'll cast Shatter on the pie tin itself.
Nice.
Because that might be the spell book.
Now we're just spreading news.
So it needs to, now it needs to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC to beat is 15.
It gets a 15.
Oh, lame! It rolled a 3. Okay. But it's gonna take half as much damage for the shatter, so that's 3d8 thunder damage. It'd be helpful if my numlock was on 3d8. Oh my god. Takes 4. That is.
So it takes 4 damage, but also the tin underneath it starts like rattling and booming and making a lot of sounds. It's like a cheap plastic tin, and so like it doesn't shatter, but it does seem like if you did a little bit more damage to it, it might break, and that might cause some structural damage to this pie. This pie is still hot, and so it's not cool enough to maintain its form.
Cool.
Thomas Dagmar.
Sorry.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna give Thomas Bardic Inspiration.
Thomas, you are inspired.
All right. All right, I'm gonna try to fire off an Eldritch Blast and hopefully try to aim it for the 10 so that he can kind of enhance some of the fissures that Samhain has accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. Take that shot. You're leveled enough to get 2 shots.
That's not what I meant to do.
No worries.
I'm so... God, when was the last time I fought anything in this game?
Have you ever? People escape a Manticore.
Session 1?
Maybe.
There was an entire fight I wasn't even in because I was too far away. Trying to figure it out because I've got the stats for Fairy Fire and only Fairy Fire per the ball thing. Fuck.
You want me to look at your character sheet?
No, I just accidentally tweeted the information for Eldritch Blast. Or not tweeted, put it in the... This tells a lot about my social media consumption. Okay, so I guess it would just be a d20 plus his charisma stat.
Plus 7. It's d20 plus charisma.
Plus,
Plus,
oh, yeah, spell attack bonus. Okay. So I'm just going to roll d20.
feel free.
Oh, it's a 12.
That's 12. Great. 12 hits.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Giant thing. It doesn't have much dodge.
So I get 2 beams of Eldritch Blast now.
So you roll twice, actually.
Yes. Meh, 6 damage.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. 6 damage. Oh, no, you rolled a hit twice. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, the second one will do 4 damage if you get it. First one did 2 damage.
Oh,
That definitely hits.
yeah.
So, yeah. The tin certainly bows and caves a little bit, but it seems like it's not quite even halfway there. Juniper, how do
Okay.
you do with a giant pie in the sky?
It's in the sky, right?
Well, it's on top of the building, and it like has hands that have grown out of it that are like made of whipped cream or something.
Would it be possible for me to shoot a lightning bolt through it without
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
anything around it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then I'm gonna use lightning bolt.
Excellent. Lightning bolt this fool. You can't do that on the tin, of course, but you can do it on the pie.
Yeah, because I know it's the 10 technically that we need to destroy.
Technically, it's a strong word, but certainly destroying the tin will do something.
Yeah. But it won't do anything if I use lightning bolt on the 10.
It'll do damage to the thing. You can't use lightning bolt on the tin because lightning bolt comes from the sky down and the tin is underneath it. It's a physical
right.
thing. But you
Right,
can,
right.
but like it still does something to the pie.
That's
Don't
true.
panic. This is a beach episode.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me see if this is a thing where I need to. Okay. Must make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. 12.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. This is thank you, whoever reminded me. This is not call lightning. This is lightning bolt. So yeah, you can hit the tin if you want. Sorry, this is coming from you. Call lightning comes from the sky. Lightning bolt comes from you.
Yeah, because I was gonna do like the point. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Totally good. Sorry, I have a druid who uses call lightning all the time, and this campaign doesn't have a lot of people who do attacks all the time, so I forgot. My bad. Yeah.
No, we're all good. Well, my spell save DC is 15.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Yeah, so he's gonna get 8d6 lightning damage.
Roll that damage for me.
Okay. $31.
Nice. Yeah. So you fry the bottom of the tin, and you see smoke coming off of the fruit on top of this creature, and like some of the whipped cream takes on the appearance of like a burnt whipped cream, and like the bottom of the tin is fried through, and like this gloopy thing just falls out the bottom of it. And now you see like there's now 2 enemies. There's this giant pie thing, and now there's this small gloopy ooze.
Oops.
Yeah. Let's see
Oops.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Let's get. Ooh, that looks gloopy. Let's see. Do I have a better one?
My bad, y'all.
Wait, so if it was over the resort, did it just all gloop onto the resort?
Yeah, so I think it gloops onto actually. It hasn't really broken out of the kitchen area yet. It's on top of the kitchen area, so I think it actually lands on top of our evil chef.
Yes.
And like disintegrates him, like
Vindication.
and like dies. And then but that ooze is now a thing. It gets its own set of turns. Okay, wow, great. Cool. Awesome. So there's now 2 things, but on the other hand, both of them are small. Or one of them is small, and one of them is very heavily injured. Kaz, what do you want to do?
I want to. How far away am I from the big pie?
Yeah, you're with everyone else. So you're about 65 feet away, 70 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward so I'm only 30 feet away.
Mhm.
And then actually I want to use Channel Divinity and abjure enemy the ooze. So they have to make it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, hold on one second. No problem. Hold on.
Disadvantage for fiends.
It is not a fiend, it is an ooze. Although the pie is a fiend, so maybe it gets that too. Interesting, I'll have to think about that. while I pull up my stats quickly, because I didn't pull up the stats for the ooze immediately, because I didn't expect that to go that way so quickly. That's no big deal. Okay. Okay. There we go. Wisdom save, you say?
Yeah, DC 15.
12.
Ew, okay, its speed is 0 and it's frightened.
Okay, so we've got ooze that was already basically jello, and now it's quivering.
Now it's scared ooze.
It's scary. It's scared ooze. It is no longer scary ooze. It is scared ooze. It is quivering in fear of this paladin.
Okay, that was my action. I guess the only thing I have as a bonus action is I will cast, or I will. Can I do another channel divinity? I don't see a.
Only if it says bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, you want an oath of enmity?
Yeah, vow of enmity.
Yeah. Which one?
How bad is the pie looking?
It doesn't look healthy, but it doesn't look bad. I wouldn't eat it.
Probably not. I'll
It's
just
been
go
Or
with the ooze.
blackberry.
You're gonna go with the ooze? Okay.
Mhm.
Ooze is vow of enmity. I just find it hilariously funny. So, Kazan like charges forward, getting closer, points at the ooze, and I invoke terror upon you. And the ooze starts quivering, and then says, "And you are my sworn enemy, and I shall slay thee before all else."
That is exactly how it goes.
Quivering goof there. Okay. Well, this ooze is terrified of Kaz and cannot approach Kaz, so essentially, and has no ranged attacks, so loses its turn. The Eldritch Pie of Death is going to shoot hot fruit at people and try to climb down. So it tries to climb down a little bit off of the roof and tries to enter into melee with some people, but chasing after some. The town people started fleeing a little bit, so we got some people running. They went on 10, so there's no actual risk for them at this point, unless this thing dashes, which I don't even know what that would look like. I don't know if hot can dash. So it climbs down and tries to like get into melee, at least with you guys who are fighting it, and it's going to shoot some goopy fruit at you. Let's see, it gets 3 attacks, so it's going to shoot 1 at Sawin, 1 at Thomas, 1 at Juno.
Sweet.
Well, it's a pie, so.
Okay. Thomas, that's a 24. Juno,
Oh goodness.
18. Sawin, 27. Wow, lucky rolls on my part.
Fuck.
Oh,
I
maybe
got
I picked the wrong
boned.
answer.
All right.
So that's going to be 11 points to each of you, as hot fruit comes soaring through the air at you. And it laughs. Ha 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 ha! Look at my mighty slushy! Sawin, that makes it your turn.
Cool. Shatter again on the actually, spicy pride time. I'm going to cast Shatter, but I am casting it at I'm blowing one of my spells, my 3rd level spell slots, so I can do an extra D8 worth of damage.
All about it.
Which is what I should have done the first time, but I didn't think about it. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. It needs to beat a 15.
I get a 19. Because apparently I'm good at Constitution saving throws with a +3.
Good at pies.
All right, 4d8. You take 8 points of damage.
I do take 8 points of damage. And again, I think he's going to use a reaction to spray whipped cream at you. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Good thing it's my bread and butter. 19.
Great. You are not slowed by the whipped cream.
Cool.
It is not sticking you over.
I'm just imagining a star like sprinting away from Solon.
Yeah.
This is the
Dagmar.
danger zone.
I don't know why she would sprint away. She's a fucking wizard.
I mean, what if she gets whipped cream on her outfit?
She doesn't want to get whipped cream on her swimsuit. Thomas, you're up.
Okay, I mean, my spell slots are burned due to events, so I
Warlock
guess,
time.
yeah, no kidding.
I
I've
mean,
got
you went
this-
swimming. If you want to call that a short rest, you're welcome to. If that would help you, you should feel free to.
I
do
mean,
that.
yeah, if it
Of course.
basically he didn't cast any spells or anything while they were handling the goat and bringing it back to the kitchen. So
It took an hour to bake the pie anyway. So you guys
Yep.
played in the sand with the water with your friends for an hour. So you're good.
okay, cool. In that case,
It's a beach episode. The other 3 hours of a short rest don't apply.
beach episode. I have a million spell slots.
Short rest is 1 hour. Short rest is 1 hour.
Oh, I don't even know if that's gonna do any good. Wait, is there kelp in the? No, it's over
Yeah,
the
of course.
resort. Well, it's
There's
over
kelp
the.
on the other side. We made kelp jokes. There has to be kelp.
Oh,
There's a third side to this island that has kelp on it now, conveniently, and somehow it's within reach of the other two sides.
no, that's okay. He's going to cast banishment on.
Nice.
On our Eldritch Pie.
Yeah. I guess I have to choose the tin or the ooze. I guess we've been wailing on the tin a lot, but the ooze is frightened.
Well, there's the ooze in the pie. Let's call it the ooze in the pie.
Okay.
The ooze is like a baby version of the pie.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I'm going to cast banishment on the pie.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is a
that's
sentence I
wisdom-
just said.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
It is a charisma 15 save. How charismatic is this pie?
-3, but that still makes it a 17 because I got a nat 20.
Fumi with this pie, I say. Okay, I guess that's it for my action.
That was, hey, it could have ended everything right there. It was worth the try. Juniper, you're up.
Okay. I am going to cast color spray.
Mhm.
So it's 15-foot cone in front of me. Let me
Yeah,
see.
do you want to hit the pie, the ooze, or both? Because you're in a position where you can move to hit both if you want.
I want to hit both.
Okay.
So I have to roll to 60-10. Okay. And I don't add anything to that, right? Because the buff that I got from
From
that's
what?
already passed. Ooh, 33.
Nice. It's above average.
Dang.
Okay. So how does this work? You get above their hit points and they do what?
Dazzling array of colored lights. Starting with a creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature is blinded until the spell ends.
Okay. The small ooze is blinded.
You're really wailing on this.
There's-
Scared? It's immobile and it can't see.
Oh god.
I mean, basically, it is just jelly now. Like
someone
it's too
just
scared
kill
to
it. Just
move.
put it out of
It's
its misery.
shaking. It can't do anything. It's in a bad shape.
It's in hell.
Kaz, you're up.
Oh man, I almost feel bad for this ooze now.
I mean, you've sworn an oath of enmity against it. I think you can't
The
feel bad
anger's
for it.
fading.
Fair enough.
Well,
I mean, the Eldritch Pie doesn't want to kill your family or
yeah,
whatever. I don't know,
the
whatever.
ooze is out for the count for it's out right now.
It can't
so
get to the
Oh, people
moon. What's it
continue to
gonna do?
People continue to flee. Sorry, just
so I'm just gonna go for the one that can still move, the pie, and
Mhm.
just do a big hit or
Mhm,
attempt to.
yeah. Roll it.
Let's do this.
15 definitely hits.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna divine smite at 2nd level.
Cool. It's also technically a fiend.
So that's
you can get-
4d8.
Damn.
Yep.
Let's do that, and let's do that.
22 points of damage. Yeah, second attack.
Let's do that. 15 again.
Definitely hits again.
This time, divine smite just at 1st level, so 3d8. No, nice.
Nice.
So 24.
How dare you challenge the supremacy of me, the master of the pie? Our quivering, scared, blind ooze is still quivering, scared, and blind, and so not going to do anything on its turn. But our pie is going to focus fire and try to honey cover Kazan.
Not again.
Kazan, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh boy. And I think, do I get my own aura +4?
Yep.
Cool. So 22.
Oh no, sorry, you don't get that.
I
But
don't. Cool.
you are.
So 18.
But an 18 is still fine. It's a DC 15, so it's not
Sweet.
possible for you to beat. Yes. So this pile of honey just comes pouring towards you, trying to cause you to slip and fall. But you just sort of start kicking sand up at it, so it's not going to get underneath your feet, and you're not going to slip and fall as it does this. And then that's its turn. Samhain, you're up.
Yep. Shatter again at another 3rd level spell slot.
Do it.
It needs to make the Constitution saving throw.
Let's see how it does this time. It gets a 6 this time.
Cool. 48. Takes 11 thunder damage.
And with that, it explodes. It says, "No, never!" And fruit and pie and syrup and crust go in all directions, scattering across the land. And I think with that, our quivering ooze just sort of dissolves in shame of failing to do anything at all and sinks into the sand, turning it sort of a little bit sticky in that area as this eldritch pie abomination flies to the 4 corners of the world. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw for me to see if you get pied in the
Where
face.
are seals at?
They're going to come eat this right now.
Good, because I feel terrible about the
wonderful.
environment.
Kazan, you get pied in the face.
Is the face good?
Thomas, you get pied in the face.
Jesus Christ.
My dress is too cute.
11.
And Solid, you get pied in the face. And I think as that happens, you hear like, "Urf, urf, 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 urf," and an army of seals starts coming over and they start licking all these things, including, not the least of which, Kaz's face. Kaz, you are now being licked in the face by a seal.
Oh, great. I love this so much.
As is everyone. But of course, Juniper's gown is in perfect condition. Not a speck of dirt nor whipped cream upon it. And Blackberry comes to you all and looks very sheepish. Like, "I'm really sorry, guys."
It's not your fault. Let's check your book, though. I thought we marked the right one.
No, we did. It's just that when they're both open, I couldn't see the marking. I guess I should mark every page.
Or put the other one in a cupboard. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? And you definitely made this a beach party we won't forget.
Isn't there a dead guy over there that dissolved, like, under the ooze? Like, not to kill the mood?
I mean,
Was
I
that
guess
the chef?
I guess it depends on if you consider them a person.
Well,
Wow.
So Kazan, do you go look at the chef?
yeah.
Yeah, so his remains are completely gone. There's nothing left of him. The ooze dissolved him. It was a corrosive ooze that eats things.
Wow,
So it ate his flesh.
he's super dead. Like, double
Yep.
dead.
His book is still there, though, on the counter.
Oh, can I take it?
My God.
Hey, I'm a wizard.
That is true. You are a wizard.
Juniper, you can add the Evil Chef's cookbook
Oh my god.
Oh.
to your inventory.
That's spicy.
And the fastidious elf, dark-skinned elf, comes over and looks and says, "Well, this is quite the disaster. Obviously, the 5 of you are to be declared heroes of the Seal Home immediately. I hope you have no objections to that. Obviously, everything is going to be comped. and anyone who charged you anything, well, obviously we will try to make up for that in free drinks. And Blackberry, I hate to impose upon you during your vacation and after you have done so much for us already, but well, my chef appears to be rather indisposed, and I'm wondering if I can, well, hire you to work for the rest of the evening, at least until I get a new chef from the mainland. Oh, can I, guys? Is that okay?
Do whatever your heart desires, Blackberry.
Awesome, that's great. And he like turns and goes back into the kitchen and starts like cooking things for the rest of the evening.
Hey, you guys should do better background checks.
Honestly,
You are-
do you run this place?
No, I'm the concierge.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Oh, Thomas
no,
pulled a
not
Karen.
again.
Thomas pulled a
Oh,
Karen.
no.
He's
look,
a
I'm
boomer
so
and he's out of
sorry.
spell slots. This is his only power.
Unfortunately, the manager is not here right now. I can certainly leave a message, or I can arrange for you to, well, travel to the manager's place. It's over there on that island.
Oh wait, the manager is a witch?
Yes, he is. Though, yeah, and he comes by every once in a while. He owns the joint.
Hmm.
Wow. And then
Excellent. Thank you.
Carlos-
Thomas turns and walks
Carlos
directly
works
into the
for him?
ocean.
Looks directly into the ocean.
We
Wait, Thomas?
we pay Carlos in fish to not let the witch know.
Oh,
Oh, you've hidden him.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we like
Oh,
Carlos.
okay.
That's
Oh, also since the chef is gone, you will have to get
Oh, right. This is
a
very
goat,
important.
a male goat, or a guy goat, boyfriend goat for the goat that you currently have, or else she's gonna refuse to make milk. So just make a note of that.
I will absolutely make a note of that. I will have a male goat of some sort sent on the next boat with a chef.
Has to look really cute though.
Yeah, it can't be of any sort. It's got to be very, very handsome.
A cute goat.
Yes.
This will be arranged. Thank you for letting me know. It's important that the goats feel welcomed and appreciated.
Yeah.
Mai Tais all around, yes?
Yes, please.
Definitely, for sure, yes.
I'm just gonna
And he just like
adjust my
reaches
hat
behind
again.
his back and finds like on the counter behind him a platter of Mai Tais, and he pulls them
Wow.
out and offers them
Convenient.
to you guys immediately.
Nice.
Yes,
Right,
I'm
Mai
glad that
Tais.
none of the bartenders were affected. Drinks until dinner is served are on the house. And I think that is where we will end our beach episode, if that's all right with everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
you did great.
That
You
was
did.
very fun.
good. I'm glad. I would like to thank my friend Shoko Ice. You can follow him on Twitter for the idea of a killer pie.
Nice.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Shoko
fight more.
SHOKO_EIS. Thank him on Twitter. He's awesome. And I 100% stole the idea of a killer pie from his killer cake one shot that he ran for me once. It was great.
Well, alternately, we can blame him for pieing us in the face.
Certainly can. Actually, I think it would be appropriate to blame me for that one. So, question. Most important. Do you feel, Thomas, like you got to know any of your companions better?
Yes, actually.
Yes? Do you have an example that you wish to share?
I mean, we've never really been in this kind of situation with each other before. I'm thinking. I mean, I guess the level of damage control that Samhain was running for the group.
Mhm.
I mean, that's less chaotic than we normally get down with, but
Then
don't
take
know.
beach inspiration for getting to know Samhain better.
I still want to like put inspiration up as a possibility.
I'll take it.
Actually,
fine.
that's so much better than the ones
That's
I
so
was
good.
trying to come up with earlier.
Inspiration. Oh my
I'll
god.
take it. That's fantastic. Yes. So take inspiration. Inspiration, by the way, is going to work just like inspiration, except that I will allow you to use it after you fail a roll,
Sweet.
whereas inspiration has
Okay.
to be used before. But inspiration will work after you fail a roll. You can use your inspiration. So, Samhain, do you feel like you got to know any of your friends better? And if so, who and in
Yes.
what circumstance?
Both Juno and Kaz. They didn't know how to swim. Now they know how to swim.
Oh, you even helped your friends. That's even better than getting to know them. Beautiful. Kaz, do you feel like you got to know any of your friends better?
I really did not know. I didn't know how petty Thomas was. Like the interactions with his pigeon. I was really shocked at how similar they actually are.
Oh my god, it was freaking perfect. I loved it. I hope you're okay with that all, Sarah. I had a
Yeah,
grand
I
time
mean,
with that.
right now he's telling a witch in no uncertain terms that a seal could run the resort better than the concierge.
You know, totally fair. I love it. Beautiful. Yeah, take that inspiration. And last but not least, Juno, do you feel like you got to learn more about any of your friends?
Yeah, I think that while Samhain has talked about his sibling, this is the first time I think that Juno's actually seen that sibling relationship in action
Yeah.
and has learned quite a bit about how Thomas responds to stressful situations when family is involved.
Excellent. Well, there you go. Everyone take your inspiration die. That's fantastic. You can spell it however you want. I'm going to spell it Ocean because how could I not?
Mhm.
And yeah, that was fantastic. I hope everyone had fun. I hope you, wonderful audience, had a good time as well. We enjoy putting these shows on, and I'm glad that you guys are willing to come watch our crazy shenanigans, whether we are serious or silly. And I hope that you go forth and live good and happy lives, that you support BIMPOC and LGBTQIA people during this Pride Month and also in general and throughout your life. And further than that, I think it's really, really important that you don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.